Oh, alone? Oh, yeah, you are. You are indeed.
But how could you
Everybody else is going through
forget?
their trials with their trial buddy, and I'm all alone.
Oh
You
yeah,
do have
Vrax.
you do have a trial
That's
buddy,
right.
Dirt.
Vrax is you're my
yourself.
trial buddy.
It's your other
It's
self.
yourself.
The self that you don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do a little bit of a recap. So we
doing
started
for
out last session a couple months ago.
I don't believe
At this
you.
point, it feels like.
Nope, you're wrong.
I'm gonna kill Digit.
Thank God.
Except I'm gonna bring him back right
Finally.
afterwards.
No, that's a 9th level spell. You can't.
I'm God. I can do what I fucking want. I literally have I have the caretaker. I can make him do whatever I want.
You keep that psychopath away from my paws.
He is my agent.
Come on.
So
I thought Voss was your agent.
yes, all of the above. If it's not
So-
played by you guys, they are my agents.
So Voss is also a god.
So yeah, you
That was
guys
just-
started
okay.
out.
Thank you for confirming that.
Basically, getting. You guys went to go hang out with the. I believe his name was. Let me get his name before I actually start lying.
My waterborn I'm
Algrex.
adopting.
Yeah, the waterborn. You guys are supposedly abducting.
Adopting.
Abducting. That's what I hear.
Ever
Yeah, you
never
guys-
work at an adoption shelter, sir.
I have.
Adoption.
Adoption.
Abduction. That's what happens when you abduct somebody. You're like, do you want to go home with me?
That was me every time I saw a new pet.
Yeah, so you guys decided to go talk with the smith, and that resides in this little forge city. And most of you guys were able to hand your equipment over to Algrex. You also met Algrex's companion, Tin, who is a super smaller even than Digit, little tin soldier that has the strength of things much bigger than he is.
It has the strength of 10 men.
And the individuals that handed over their stuff, if I recall correctly, was Dirt handed over their stuff. Evangeline handed over their staff. Digit, you are set to go talk with the archivist. At the time, at least. Esteban, I believe you were told your weapon is basically good to go. And Varaxis, I believe you also went to go hand over your sword. I'd have to double check, but I believe he also handed it back to you and was like, this is some weird stuff. He did give you guys the option to store your shit with him because you were informed that the Dungeon of Trials or the Cave of Trials or the Trial Place, however you want to describe it, kind of saps the will to fight. And your weapons and stuff weren't going to be very useful to you throughout these interactions. You guys debated whether or not to steal Algrex right then and there. In your
I
heads.
debated nothing of the sorts.
You debated nothing of the sorts because you were Varaxis was in a state of zombification. It was kind of just
Autopilot.
dragged around. He was on autopilot.
That's me when I
Faded
drove home
from
from
his
work.
eyes.
Mm.
I've never seen irises so black. It was horrifying, really.
His eyes are always black.
Damn.
They were even darker.
My God. You guys were brought around to the other warehouses that were in the that was in the outer city. Discovered the monster part storage. Found the arrows that are bigger than most of you.
found old weapons that look like they are no longer used by the Waterborne, as the fight against the Aboleth is a permanent arms race, in which if the Waterborne ever fail, everything fails.
Madam King.
How many arms does an Aboleth have?
Yes.
Yes.
Enough to hug you.
Many times over.
More than you do.
By the way,
You
been
didn't
playing
like a
lot of-
simultaneous hive mind-esque yes?
Been playing a lot of Star
Little
Citizen
worried.
lately, and I saw somebody refer to ramming somebody as achieving hugging speed, and I've had a hard time seeing it differently.
Our Citizen is actually playable.
Yeah.
Of course. Waffles and I are
Um,
both medics for our org.
Everything I'd ever heard about it was that it was a scam, but I've always wanted to play it and try it out because it looks like fun.
I put in hundreds of
So-
hours into the game.
I'll make this quick.
Yeah, please.
Make your own determination. There are ups and downs to how they operate and do things. Their marketing and pricing and all that, the real money for ships, make your determination. But it's a good time. It's at least worth a try if you can catch a free fly week, or if you feel like putting in a minimum, like 45 is less than you would pay for any AAA game. You can at least play the Persistent Universe and have access to it on full release. Everything that you can see is usually earnable in game, except for the newest stuff. So it's at least worth a shot.
Cool. So after you guys handed over your stuff, Dirt even went so far as to also give unmeld his armor and handed it over to Tin. And as you guys started to leave, Alcanor asked you guys if there was anything you wanted done while you were gone, and Varaxis was animated into requesting possible armor upgrades while you guys are gone. They said they'll see what they could do, and soon afterwards, you guys started making your way over to the trial location. You guys were brought over to the trial location, and came across a barrier, which I will go ahead and, just because this will be where you guys are just throughout the session tonight. But you guys found a little barrier. Alcanor and his companion Razor basically were like, we can't go any further. We have no idea what's in there. So have fun. You guys stepped into the barrier one by one. A couple of you guys collapsed the moment you did. Got back up shortly afterwards. Again, with the idea of like, if you felt like fighting before, you don't anymore. And after everybody went in, willingly or not, Esteban went to go catch somebody. I forget who it was. Went to go catch somebody while they were falling. And, went to go catch Evangeline while they were falling. And tripped up and fell into the barrier himself. And then shortly afterwards, after you guys went, everybody was inside the barrier, Dirt opened up the door and went to go walk in. And the next thing he knew, he found himself face down on a cold stone floor. Then Esteban and Evangeline went in and found themselves in the back room of a seedy tavern. And Varaxis and Digit found themselves in a large, nice and sunny, kind of slightly forested, extremely mountainous area. The sky of which is not recognizable from the Maw sky that you guys have gotten used to seeing. And in fact is a lot more reminiscent of a quote-unquote normal sky. So you guys went underground in an already underground area,
And now you're above ground, question mark? And or amongst a bunch of civilization that was not there a cute couple seconds ago. Going into more detail, Esteban and Evangeline, you guys woke up in that back room. Door was opened, and the name of the individual, that Goliath that I was trying to come up with earlier, his name is Cutter. And he is to Esteban a very intense debt collector that Esteban has had a lot of dealings with. In addition, Evangeline's father, Vemtil, was also there. In addition, once they entered the rest of that tavern, you guys saw a bunch of people that primarily Evangeline recognized. People who she knows for sure, either because she buried them before or because she knew that they had died. A lot of dead people from Havenlight that were alive and well and acting like they were sort of on this side of like working with Cutter. Esteban's debt was revealed. Esteban's debt was 1,000 platinum.
A lot of money.
It's a lot of money. And then they got to talking about the Golden City, and the debt went up to 1,200 because the idea was, oh, cool, this place has a fuckload of money, so 1,200 shouldn't be a problem. So Esteban, at least in this weird trial scape, owes 1,200 platinum to Cutter. Now, whether that is reality is to be determined. Evangeline spoke with her father a bit. Vemtil has no recollection that Evangeline is his daughter, and carries the same couple trinkets that Evangeline carries. A small little talisman of Bahamut, as well as a book, both of which were gifts that Vemtil had given Evangeline. So the fact is, there are two of them now, at least in this trial scape. You guys were told, cool, while Evangeline isn't necessarily directly tied to Cutter, seeing as how you seem to be at least partially friends with Esteban, Esteban's getting sent out on a job, and you're going to help him. That is where we cut on them. Dirt had woken up. You had woken up in, basically it looked like, at least once you started to realize where you looked like you were amidst these like old ruins of which you've never seen before. They don't really match anything you've ever seen in the Maw. And they look more surface dweller-esque than they do like Maw architecture. So I guess technically speaking, it's more familiar architecture to you because of the fact that you spent a couple years outside of the Maw prior to going back. But this architecture is not Maw native, so you are somewhere outside of the mountain that contains the Maw. You also came into contact with Vox, who you guys shared like a sort of like a soul tie. Think of it like a permanent beacon for Dirt. Where, like, wherever Vox is going, Dirt, you feel a pull to where he's going. So you're never going to truly lose him, at least geographically. Basically, you always know where your soul is.
That's good.
But something that's specific, though, you do know that your soul is currently not, you don't feel it in you, you feel it out of you. Which is probably a bit of a bizarre feeling. And Digit and Varaxis, we didn't go into yours very intensely, primarily because Varaxis was missing. Doing celebratory things. And you guys are in mountains that you, Digit, recognize as at least similar to the same mountains that your storm giant friends would be located. It's a similar environment. Varaxis, you don't recognize really any of this location. But that's where we are now. So the first thing I want everybody to do is, just so we're I don't have to mechanicize it. What group wants to do their stuff, like start their stuff first? If nobody wants to figure it out, we can always roll initiative, and then we'll just go off of that. But we'll be cycling between everybody, periodically.
Evangeline, she tripped.
Oh my god, Evangeline tripped. Shaking your head.
That's not fair. You you live in a fucking basket.
I do. Basket. Yeah, Digit got catapulted out of the basket.
Yeah. Dirt fell and I got launched in. So.
Launched to a completely different location. Or is it?
No more dirt to be found.
Listen,
There's
my
a
tower
lot
of safety
now.
is gone.
Yep. And you have somebody who's not dissimilar in height.
I say we start with the little ones first.
Start with the little ones. We could start with the little ones first. Cool. All right. So, Digit and Varaxis, you guys are amongst these mountains. Looking around, you don't see a specific end to them. So, right now, you guys, unlike Dirt and unlike Evangeline and Esteban, you guys currently don't have much of a direction. You guys kind of start to look around a bit. Nothing's necessarily sticking out to you as oh, this is part of the trial. This is where we need to go. What is, now that Varaxis is here, Varaxis and Digit, how are you guys reacting? This is probably the first time in a long ass time you guys have been well and truly separated from the rest of the party.
Digit has a very bad feeling, mostly just because he recognizes the mountains to a degree, or at least they look similar enough to where he thinks hang on. No. I shouldn't be back here. This is not where I need to be.
Rex is more confused, basically, on where everybody went and why the fuck he's in a mountain range. That's colorful one at that. Colorful mountains, not normal.
Colorful, it's warm here too. Warm in a way where it's it's sunny and you can feel the sun. It still feels a little cool because it feels like you're higher elevation. But you're low enough elevation to where trees still grow pretty well. It's not barren mountain. But a little bit of confusion from Varaxis. Digit is borderline panicking. Let me take a look at you guys real quick. Open up yours. Okay. And yours. Okay. You guys, as you kind of think amongst yourselves, where are we supposed to, where are we, We're not supposed to be here. Where is supposed to be here? Where is here? Where do we need to go? You both hear kind of off in the far, far, far distance, what sounds like the boom of a cannon and the roar of a dragon. And not like a small dragon, not like a drake or a wyvern. This sounds like full-fledged dragon roar. But outside of those two things, you guys are amongst this terrain. What do you like to do?
I don't enjoy hearing a dragon. Or a cannon. But that's kind of the only way to head, because it's the only way we heard things.
I'm gonna say there's nothing forcing you guys to go in that direction, but with you guys kind of panicking, I primarily just used your passives. You guys are welcome if you want to do active perception rolls, but just in your panic, I would say that's all you hear.
I mean, Varexis would probably be going towards the sounds, just because sound makes sense to go toward.
Sounds good. And Digit?
I'm with him.
Okay. So you guys start to make your way. It takes due to your sizes, it takes an unfortunate amount of time to make it closer to when you last heard that sound. That was the only time you'd heard that sound since. You guys have probably been walking for a good, hour and a half. But what you guys notice is that the sky has not changed colors. The shadows haven't moved. The sun hasn't moved. So the sky seems to be static. The only reason that you could think that you probably have been moving around for about an hour or two is just the feeling of constantly walking, or whatever pace you're going, feeling that kind of in your muscles, in your bones. But go ahead and, if you want, go ahead and give me perception checks, you two.
Oof.
That's the exact same as your passive. Nice.
We might get something.
That's better
We
than your
got
passive.
something.
So you hear it's a lot closer now. Like Digit, even with a 14, you do hear the cannon again. With a 14, you're not able to fully figure out what type of device it might be. What is concerning to you, at least, Digit, is the fact that last you checked, Storm Giants did not have cannons. Not like that, anyways.
Yeah, they typically don't use those.
So take that information as you will. Varaxis,
I'm sure it's just their version of a handgun.
which is concerning in of itself. Storm Giant with a handgun. Storm Giant that's got a Glock. But it's the
It's
size
a retention flintlock.
Varaxis, you don't hear anything as much as you see something. You see what looks to be an adult green dragon
carrying what looks to be a chromatic dragon egg. Carries it like within its claws as it actually goes away from the sound of the cannon. You know the direction of where the cannon was, and you saw the direction that the green dragon is going towards, but you don't know its destination. Where would you like to investigate?
I'll look over at Varaxis. I don't suppose you're too familiar with green dragons, are you?
Not because you're a kobold. And he puts his paws up.
I'm not racist or anything.
I've seen a lot of different dragons, but normally not friendly.
We probably don't want to get too close to that one, then, honestly.
Well, we probably need to look into that one. It was carrying a chromatic egg.
What color? Did you see the color?
The 17, no.
No, it was just a egg.
If anything, it was kind of shifting in color. So if it settled on a color for any length amount of time, you didn't catch it. The only reason why you know it's chromatic is that you did see chromatic colors, but you couldn't identify a primary.
So it is some type of chromatic egg. I'm not keen on meeting whoever's firing that cannon either.
Digit kind of like looks over in the direction of where the cannon fire is going and has this look where he's just unsure. We probably don't. If it is giants, we probably should not get in their way. I don't really want. How about we go check out the dragon? We can do the dragon. That's fine.
Sure, we'll follow the dragon then.
Okay. So you guys are going to follow the dragon. So you guys follow it for, again, just it feels like too long. At one point, one of you guys, just one of you, go ahead and give me a survival check to see if you catch the trail.
I've got decent
I
survival.
actually have
what's
a
your bonus to survival?
Oh shit!
+6.
It's already a roll.
Oh fuck yeah, you're good.
There we go.
Yeah, better than I do.
Yeah,
You're able to kind of keep a decent bead on the direction, winding through like the mountain pass. You're able to kind of still stick on at least the general direction that the dragon is going. The unfortunate thing about dragons, especially while they're in flight, is they can fly in straight lines and you cannot. So you guys are able to stick to following this dragon when you hear yet another boom from a cannon, and you hear a...
Can I tell what kind of weapon?
You can give me an Arcana check.
Arcana or Perception?
I would say you can do Arcana or Perception, but depending on what you're rolling, controls what information you would get from it. If you want something specific, be Arcana. If you're wanting to like at least narrow it down to, is it just an actual cannon, or
Rip.
you're not able to quite get a handle on it. In addition to that sound of the cannon, you hear a distressed like screech from a dragon. You can't tell if it's the same one. You can't tell if it's mortally wounded. If it got wounded to a point where it can't fly, you can't quite tell. But you did hear a distressed screech. While you guys stew on that, Dirt, let's go for you next.
Oh no.
Oh no. Dirt. So, when last we left off, you were basically playing soul tag with Vox. When you last met Vox, which was shortly after waking up, you guys kind of locked eyes for a bit before Vox decided to sprint off.
Which is a weird concept to think of Vox as a different person when they were me.
Yes. I will continue to make sure that you are as confused as humanly possible and as disjointed as possible. But yeah, I take it you are chasing after Vox, or are you not? You don't have to. You can choose to go somewhere else.
He's chasing the dragon.
There's no one else here.
But I say is like you recognize that you are on some sort of coastline, not like right next to the water, but like you're higher up on like some sort of like old cliffside ruin. And if you decide to go in the direction of Vox, it'll kind of lead you into a much thicker, like almost jungle like forest. Otherwise, you do see what seems to be a massive city off, like, on the horizon. But you can't quite figure out what city it is. You're welcome to make a history check to see if you can figure it out.
I'm not good at those, but we'll, might as well try, right? Like I said, I'm not good at those.
You got no fucking clue.
Yeah.
If you've seen it
God,
before.
what's with all my characters having memory issues? Fuck.
Oh man, as Vig, I forgot to ask Momo one more time. Why the fuck did we get teleported to the Grove?
You know what's irritating too? Is the staff was there. The staff was there, and we'd helped out, so we could have had a chance to use it. But oh well.
Pull up a couple things real quick. Okay, so yeah, you see the city, and I explained the size of it. I wouldn't say it's like a massive city. It doesn't look like a capital city. But it is definitely a city, which, compared to what you're probably used to, depending on where you went with Esteban, it is definitely still, at least by name, a city.
Okay.
Just not like Waterdeep levels.
If I don't like see my companions in the immediate area, while the city seems interesting, finding out more about my past seems a bit more interesting.
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna follow me.
Cool. Let me take a look at your... Okay. So, go ahead and give me a survival check. With advantage, because you are tracking yourself, and you have the assistance of your little soul tether.
Okay.
Sick.
I'm on a roll today.
You are.
Not a good one, but a roll.
A roll of some kind. Okay. So it takes you a lot longer. While the soul tether does help pretty substantially, you know that if you didn't have that soul tether, you probably would have already lost the trail. You're able to kind of still... You get a general idea of what direction Vox is, and you start to kind of you get lost a couple times, turn around a couple times. And you can go ahead and okay. And it takes you probably about 30 minutes extra time to actually get back on the trail that Vox was taking. You do find him, and you see that he is kind of he looks like he's prepared to fight, but not you. You see he's carrying this like rapier, which is a little uncharacteristic running around in like a jungle. But he carries this rapier as well as a small like buckler. And he is currently face to face with 3 Warforged. And you clock it pretty quick. These are not dissimilar to Warforged shells that never found a soul. And Vox, for one, looks like he is about ready to fight him. He's kind of been backed into a bit of a corner. What are you thinking about doing? What is going through Dirt's head right now as you see Vox getting cornered by 3 Warforged that look like they had been discarded by the caretaker?
Well, when I know that those, like you said, they don't have a soul. They're all
They
machine.
don't. Yep, they give off. You've been given the description of like Rogue Warforged before. Rogue Warforged, they typically have either a complete lack of light in their eyes, or if there is a light, it's a very faint, like red. Typically, light in a Warforged eyes is going to signify some sort of either sentience or that there is a soul inhabiting that body. And these 3 Warforged that are currently approaching Vox have a combination of either no light or a faint red light. And you know that Rogue Warforged are ones that, as the caretaker basically described, are kind of him throwing things at the wall until it sticks. And as such, they don't have souls. They're just basically given a directive and they go. Like actual constructs.
Then, yeah, in Dirt's head, those wouldn't be the ones he would consider siblings.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
he's going to stand with himself.
So you're going to try to...
Why are you confusing me?
You're going to try to stand with Vox?
Yeah.
Okay. Vox looks at you, looks just as confused when he sees you, because when you look at him, you see in his eyes the same, as if he's regarding you as like another Rogue Warforged, which you haven't seen yourself in a reflection since you've woken up, so you don't know if you look like these other rogues or if you look like Dirt. Because the Rogue Warforged look like you in a way. They aren't like, obviously, like, they don't look sinister. They just look like rogue, like Warforged that just are empty shells. So same type of chassis, same everything. The only difference is just the eyes. And he looks at you like you are an enemy for a second until you kind of turn your back to him, facing the other Warforged.
And
Shield up in front
Yep.
of the potential ally.
so funny you mentioned shield up. Because you don't have your Ironbark shield.
No, that's right.
Go ahead and give me a let's see. What do I want you to roll? Go ahead and give me a wisdom save.
There we go. Game. Hello. Oh, that's ability check. Hold up. We do. Saving. Wisdom. Saving. There we go.
Nice. Your instincts activate first. You, just like how you're saying is like I lift up my shield, you go to lift up an empty arm that does not have a shield. And as you kind of start to realize, oh shit, I don't have my anything. I don't have my armor. I don't have my any weapons, no mace, no nothing. A thought goes through your head where it's this person, which is also myself, is in danger and he needs to be protected. And you kind of shake off the like feeling of at least temporarily you shake off that like loss of will, like to fight and do those types of actions. And you start to realize that this is kind of a make or break. You're starting to realize that if something happens to Vox, you got a feeling it's probably not going to be pleasant for you. And
that's fair.
you go to as you kind of start to think like, I've got to protect myself, ? You see that your arm starts to glow, your shield arm, and you see a like faint like ethereal projection of your Ironbark shield. You feel the weight again, at least temporarily. You feel the weight again. You feel like it's in your possession once more. You don't feel the armor. The armor's still nowhere to be found. But you know that you can at least hold your shield up. And just in time too, because I'm gonna drag them into a little side area just so I have them. I use that for now. I said we'll use that for now. Is it because I'm not? Hold on. Oh, I know why. I'm dragging it out in actual nothingness, where it's not real. Cool. So the 3 Warforged are going to take strikes. They don't even register your presence. They are going right at Vox. And each of them is going to take a swing. We're going to use... Your first one is going to be a hit. Second one is a miss. And third one is a hit. So that is going to be 5,
and 6. So that would be 11 damage towards Vox.
I believe I can only do the thing for one of those.
Correct.
So the 6 damage one, I guess. I'll try to stop.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find my stuff again. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I know I have it somewhere. Is it this one?
Yep.
It is. Cool. Okay. At least tonight's going great already.
Mine's gonna be a good night. Wow, Jesus
Absolutely.
Christ.
Under
okay.
10 for every roll. And then lowest for this. God damn it. Oh well.
So
It.
you see one of them stabs into Vox. You're able to kind of get in between the second one, while the third one kind of just like short circuits for a second when it tries to hit and instead misses wildly. So Vox takes 5 from the non-mitigated hit, and then 2. So 5, 6, 7. So you, Dirt, take 7 damage.
Good-oak.
As the moment Vox is stabbed, you feel yourself get stabbed in the exact same spot. You look down, you don't see any indication of an injury, but you do see from where there would be a puncture mark, you see a small trickle of people blood dripping on your metal.
It's definitely gonna look down, like take everything, be like, "No, this is just fucking unfair."
And after they stab, Vox takes off. And the other 3 Warforged go to chase after him. Are you pursuing?
Absolutely.
Cool. All right.
Also,
Go ahead.
as any of them move out of my range, can I make a basic strike tripping attack?
Sure, why not?
Knock one down to try to knock it to 2 while we're doing this little trait.
Yeah.
Chase.
Yeah.
So being unarmed. I'll be using a superiority die. Okay, nope.
My God.
It's a night.
It's one of those
nice.
nights, I guess.
All right, no, it's been a fucking week.
Yeah.
More than that.
The rolls from Momo too have been not great.
The only one who had decent rolls was Seamus, and they weren't even like great rolls. They were just good. The best I got was a stealth because I had advantage, and I had a +10 because of Belios. That's it.
The fucked part about Momo is that he rolled low when he needed high, and then rolled high when he needed low.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be a recurring theme. The fucking AI that runs this shit is listening and knows what I need not to happen.
Goddamn. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
you go to try to
try.
trip one of them. You're still probably reeling a little bit from just the fact. I say reeling, but probably still a bit disoriented from the fact that you felt stabbed. And not only did you feel stabbed, you felt like actual pain, like organic pain. Pain that you're not familiar with anymore. Nerves that are not there hurt.
I don't think a screw going back is going to stop that bleeding, sir.
No. And we're, I guess, full sprinting after. Trying
Okay.
to catch back up with Vox.
Gotcha. We will now move over to Evangeline and Esteban. Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah. All right. So, I believe when last we left off, Cutter was. I believe Cutter was telling you two that you have a job, and that Vemtil was going to come with you to make sure that the job got done.
Yay, babysitter.
Yeah, babysitter.
Not awkward at all.
Not
No,
awkward
it's
at all.
totally not
for
awkward at all.
Evangeline. But yeah, Cutter goes, all right. Seeing as how you're here, go ahead and make use of you before you go back to your golden city that you're going to get my money from. I got this family. Not me. They ain't got time for that shit. I got this family. They owe us. Quite a bit, actually. And a little birdie told me that while they keep saying that they can't pay us, we know that they've got money in their basement. We know it's buried there. We know they don't want us to know that. And they're not gonna know that we know that. And they're not gonna know that you took it. So go take it. Hands you a little map with a location of a home, or you're assuming a home. And he looks over at you, Evangeline, and he goes, "Don't get in his way. You look like the kind who doesn't like doing this stuff. Behave."
I don't know if I should take that as an offensive comment.
Like, hey, did a criminal just call me? I'm not a criminal?
Wait a second.
No, but for real,
I can be
telepathy-wise,
hardcore.
We're not doing that.
It's a fucking SpongeBob shit. I can be tough too.
Welcome to the salty spittoon. How tough are you?
I cried for 30 minutes.
Her wings squeak when she flies.
Oh god.
But yeah, no, telepathically though, she's like, we're not doing it.
We're not. What was that?
Using her telepathy to Esteban is like, we're not doing it.
We're not doing the thieving.
Yeah, we're not doing
Thieving?
thieving. No.
I don't think that we have a choice. Esteban's definitely gonna respond telepathically back. Like, are you serious? Is this guy?
seem to be looking at each other really intensely right now. Is there something? What's going on here?
Sorry,
I don't know.
eyelash. Yeah, no, you definitely. I feel like everyone would probably very much see the visible, distraught
Eye contact.
kind of look on this Esteban's face as he's trying to figure out the right course of action here. Because at
Is there gonna
first
be a
he's like,
problem?
no brainer. That's not a problem. We can handle that. We'll get the
Cool.
job done.
All right. See that you do. All right. See ya. Kind of just pats you both on the back and like forcefully shoves you basically out of the tavern.
God.
And you guys, willingly or not, you guys kind of get shunted onto the street, which Esteban, this place feels familiar. It's not like one for one. The way that I could best describe it is it's almost as if it's like something that is reading your mind or whatever is trying to piece together a scenario.
Oh God.
So
I-
if
I-
any
I
part
know
of
what
your
you mean, though.
memory, yeah. So it's like it's all just slightly off. You're like, okay, I
It's a
know there
memory of a
wasn't a
memory.
shop there.
Like I've seen this town before, but nothing looks 100% the same.
It's like, hey, that homeless person was over on the other side of the road.
He hated this side.
He hated this side. This side, the carriages. If you look at the angle, when the carriages
The
pass
air
them,
starts
the
rewriting
water,
itself.
the water doesn't go up. Yeah, you see him just teleport to the other side. What the fuck?
Oh no, wait, what?
The toilet's flush in the other direction.
God, this really is a hellscape. No.
We're in Australia.
And I thoroughly remembered having all my group members here the whole time.
Viraxis appears.
Yeah, Evangeline, this is the first time you've been outside of this tavern. Esteban, this is, again, it's all slightly off, but it is, for the most part, pretty familiar. You've spent a lot of your time in this, like, town, doing your shady business with Cutter and
they-
whoever else can pay.
Did they give us any kind of name indication or like location?
Nope, just a location.
Oh, okay.
Which
cool.
It's a little unusual for Cutter, which might make you think a bit twice on it. Typically when Cutter or somebody within like the little group that you were a part of, willingly or not, you would get like a sort of minor like dossier on them, just in case you decided to be like less sneaky and more tricksy.
Yeah.
This one looks like he's making sure the only option you have is not talking with them directly and instead just going in and taking things.
Oh boy.
So whether that means that these are people that are already enemies, or if maybe they're people that, like I said, you've gotten like, non-specific things, there's typically some sort of catch somewhere that has almost exclusively always fucked you over.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But all you've got is basically just a little map with an X that says here.
Heard. Okay, cool. I think Esteban's
but-
just going straight for it.
Yeah, Evangeline, you go outside. I'll wrap this real quick and let you guys continue. The sky, unusual. You've never seen this before. This is weird.
What the fuck?
It's to Esteban, it's normal as fuck. To you, what the fuck is this? What are these weird white wispy things in the air?
Brett, this way.
It's like there's no like, there is a flaming ball in the sky, so that tracks. But it's not where it's supposed to
Get
be.
scared by or fight the clouds. Love it.
But the sky is like, above board, and Esteban, you know this because you know what a day-night cycle is.
Yes.
The sun is. It just so happens that you're being sent on this job as the sun is starting to set. So
Oh, so it
Yes,
probably looks
Esteban,
extra
normal.
weird for.
to Evangeline,
Yeah.
yeah, the sky is orange. The sun is like almost horizontal. There's a second orb coming up in the sky.
The fuck is
This one's not nearly as bright and is
I
also
just-
not shaped like an orb. It's kind of like a crescent.
I just love the idea of just Esteban completely unfazed by everything going on, down to breaking and entering and robbing. And then it's just fucking Evangeline looks up at the sky and is absolutely dumbfounded by everything.
Yeah,
Three times.
it definitely.
3 times.
What is this place?
Put me back in my hole, damn it.
I want to go back to my cave.
The basket. Where's my basket?
There it is.
But yeah, it's good news for you, Esteban, that the sun is starting to set. You know, easier to sneak around.
Absolutely.
You're probably noticing that Evangeline looks a little fucking confused. Vimtil has been kind of silent this entire time. He's been kind of what is your guys is, because you wouldn't be actively looking at this. It'd be primarily Esteban. Not with a 13.
Yeah, nope, not me.
Never mind. You don't notice much about Vimtil.
Very one-track individual. I forgot we had a guy with us the whole time.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
But Evangeline, you're probably catching that, like, Vimtil is throwing more glances your way, like he's trying to figure something out. But he can't quite put his finger on it.
Totally thinks I'm weird because I don't know what the.
Tell him to keep his fingers to him damn self.
But you got no idea what's going through his head right now.
Something's going through it.
Cool. So you guys are just gonna head straight there? Or are you guys gonna poke
Esteban's thought is kind of just the sooner we get it done, the sooner we can get out of here. Get whatever
is
this one
following
wants.
because one, Tara slightly not sure what to make of what the fuck's going on in the air, and also, no, we are not robbing people.
You see the giant man behind us? I don't think he's gonna give us a choice.
You don't like crime?
Choice.
Okay, who likes crime, right? Okay, it's more like we crime to make a living, and by that I mean
we
to
crime.
stay
He's
alive.
You crime. We all crime behind bars. I did rip that from another campaign, but you know.
If we
Not
don't
my OC.
crime, we lose our knees, okay?
Are you fond of your
I
kneecaps?
like them.
I said,
Ice
are you
cream.
fond of your kneecaps?
I
Did you tie
scream,
Great
you
Lakes
scream,
have
we all
knees?
scream. The
Everyone's
horrible
just
house
screaming.
fire.
In the
right.
horrible house fire.
It's just
So, you two kind of make your way. It's not as far as way, and it's not as far away as, like, say, Digit and Varaxis's pursuit.
Oh, okay.
But it takes
I
you.
mean, the town's
takes
not
you
super
good,
big, I
like-
guess, right?
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's like city levels.
Yeah.
It's just like a bigger town. Like there is
Yeah.
like a residing noble and things like that, but there's no like
Right,
castle
right.
or anything. You guys, it takes you probably about 10, 15, and maybe 20 minutes to get to like kind of walk there without arousing a ton of suspicion, but just sprinting to the location.
Yeah.
And you come across what looks to be a nobleman's house, but the windows are boarded up. The door is in horrible disrepair. It looks like a couple good hits will probably knock it off its hinges and finish the job. What little grounds there were before, this looks like even if this house was like in its prime, this is like a small time noble. Or if they could even be called noble. Just seems like somebody who had money at some point. And nothing looks maintained. Again, windows boarded up. Fucking, it looks like if the glass broke, they were just like, we can't afford glass.
Yeah, I think Esteban immediately is just like, what the hell can this guy possibly have that is worth stealing?
Whatever it is, he needs it clearly, so we shouldn't steal.
Does he? We don't need at this point. This is you have to agree. This is unlivable. Okay, like there's no one here.
Esteban is the epitome of he's dead. He doesn't need it anymore. So what's the problem with a shovel in hand?
Listen, Linda. When you only got one pair of boots, okay, and then
when you owe 1,200 platinum,
a pair of
anything
boots,
goes.
5 coppers, son.
You did not just make Esteban go $20 with $20.
Not even $20. Fucking, it's basically 50
Pennies.
cents.
Jesus.
50 cents is 50 cents, man.
Tree fitty.
Tree fitty.
You see Vimtil kind of sees you guys just back and forth a little bit, and he just goes, "No, people do live here.
Oh, great.
So it's a
Do
good thing.
you
we
know
should
any
not
information on the
rob
people
them.
who live here?
I don't know much. Look, I haven't been around Cutter for all that long, but these people, they were, at least from what I've understood it was basically a merchant that kept paying protection fees to Cutter. And then they kind of just...
See that how well that worked out, didn't
It didn't, it looks like. And Cutter being Cutter, as I'm sure you might be well aware, didn't stop charging them the fees and just turned it into debt.
that sounds familiar.
So I know it's like it's just him, and I think he's got 2 kids.
Old, young, what are we talking?
One of them's young. The oldest is I think probably his mid-teens.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
see him
cool.
come out of I don't see them come out of the house very often.
Teens, all I needed to hear. No remorse for knocking them out if I have to. All
I
right.
mean, the kid is a
No.
kid. But as much as I
We'll hold you down.
as much as I don't agree with doing this,
Interesting. So you don't agree with anything Cutter has to say.
Because he sounds like a lunatic?
Hey, I'm not disagreeing with that, okay?
hearing Esteban say like, he's like, "Oh, you don't agree with Cutter, huh?" Vimtil will kind of look at you. He looks kind of like a little like always kind of has like a little bit of a 1,000-yard stare, like, you know, like 100-yard stare.
Same.
But he kind of hones in on you for a second. And he goes, "I may not agree with Cutter, but the way that you're phrasing that makes it sound like you think it's something else."
No, that's not what I meant. I just meant, like, you know, he's not a very easy guy to get along with, and I totally
Nobody
get that.
wants to work with him.
Yeah.
And why didn't everyone just tell him off?
Because
you
it's
see-
not just Cutter.
Yeah, that. You ever heard of choosing the lesser of 2 evils? That's when there's only so much you have to work with around here, you know, you kind of just have to take what you can get. And didn't say it was
Plus,
great.
even if we took out Cutter, the people that he works with would just send another replacement. It'd
Oh,
be
yeah.
like less than a day.
There's always somebody
They're horrible.
higher up the food chain.
Yeah. And if they don't have anybody higher up, they'll just... It's weirdly self-sufficient, and I don't like any of it. But... I've just got a small debt I'm trying to pay before I get out of here.
That's how he gets you. It starts out small. That's for damn sure.
And yep, well, it's, at least for now, it's only 10 platinum, but I will say everything be damned if he
What
tries
kind of
to
debt?
pull more fast ones on me. What was it?
What kind of debt?
Um,
Decreased his J's. Sorry, that one was lingering. I had to get that out. I'm so sorry.
He's the kind of guy where that is a totally valid fucking statement. So, you know,
I almost choked on a cheese,
Well-
not gonna lie.
unfortunately, it is not for that.
it's not that, but God, could it have been?
He,
No, Joker, you'll crease them.
eventually, go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Oh,
We don't use those very often.
No. Please. Why?
Hmm.
Why?
I use them often.
He goes, I'd rather not say. It's private. Maybe after this job I'll say something. But we just gotta get this done.
I don't think we should do this still.
Look, if we don't, he'll send people after us.
Look, it's not that we have to kill anybody. We just need to
Yeah.
get in, grab what we need to grab, and get out. It's, you know,
We're putting them in more of a harder situation than they're already in. I mean, they can't even afford windows.
neither can we.
Glass is expensive.
Where do we have windows, huh? I'll wait. Where do I get my windows?
I don't know where you're from. This is terrifying. There's there's one orb that's going down. The other thing is a crescent thing in the air. I'm trying to gather as much information as I
Wait.
can in this situation.
Wait, are you talking about the moon and the sun? Are you okay? Has she been living underground or something?
You know, what? Something like that. Look, we just get in, we get out.
I always thought the saying living under a rock was...
Just a saying, yeah, that's what we get a lot. Oh gosh. All right. Can I look around the building for like a point of entry that's not the front door? Or what should be a front door?
You will be able to, but while you guys stare at this home, we are going to swap over to Digit and Varaxis.
Absolutely.
Digit!
You guys.
Varaxis! You went to go investigate, I'm assuming, are you guys gonna go investigate the distressed screeches from that dragon? Okay. So you follow those sounds, and you're actually able to get fairly close. Like, close enough to be able to hear things, but still far enough to be outside of dragon breath distance. Which, Varaxis, that still isn't saying much, but you guys are able to at least listen in as Digit, you see your very, very pleasant companion. Friend. Best friend, as a matter of fact. Your giant
His hair
artificer
immediately
companion.
starts to stand on end, and he starts to he like freezes in place, and he starts to like slowly, unconsciously step behind Varaxis.
Yeah, Varaxis, you see this massive giant covered in various like gadgets, gizmos, has a like telescoping monocle, but is an otherwise you
Does it look like Digit's eye?
No, it doesn't. But you've never, if you have seen giants before, Varaxis, most giants are more medieval. Swords, axes, magic, things like that. This just looks like Digit, but as a giant instead. So you probably haven't seen very many artificers before, but Digit, as you look at him, you do see similarities in design to your stuff. None of it's acorn themed. But a lot of them look like they are derivatives of your weaponry, your inventions. A much bigger, like force ballista, the like protection dome, multiplied in size, looks a lot more crude though, but does seem to be almost more, is producing a lot more power. But quick inspection, you can't tell if it's more energy efficient or if it's less energy efficient. And he holds in his hand, still kind of smoking. Yes, as you guys described it before, it is essentially, to a giant, it is a handgun. To you guys, it is a tower, basically. You could crawl into that thing and make a home in it. It's so big. And he has the front of this gun is aimed at the green dragon that has been shot through now what looks to be both of its wings. Are you guys just standing out in the open, or what are you doing as you're observing this?
I mean, Varaxis can't really hide worth a shit.
Digit does not want to be seen by this particular giant. He's so skeezed out right now. He never thought he would see this thing again. It is not happy that the source of his a lot of his issues he's standing right in front of him.
Go ahead and give me a self check then.
Oh god.
Dragon Tales.
Oof.
Oh,
God
no.
damn.
Oh no.
God. I think they messed up their update or something when they did stuff because
Here's
these
the thing.
roles
I
recently
haven't
are crazy.
updated in ages for Foundry.
It was a stealth update. You just don't know about it. They changed the code without saying shit to nobody.
Not saying shit to anybody. Sure.
To make- Why else are these roles this vindictive right now?
I'm not even
For
gonna
the same
try
reason
stealth.
why even when you roll dice in real life, sometimes it's just a nat 1 night.
We haven't played in 2 weeks, so we had to like
It's
make up.
angry.
Yeah.
The
Appease
Foundry's
dice
angry.
god.
It's like, no, where the fuck have you been? Cool. Yeah. So, poor Digit. Varaxis, while you're not like actively stealthing, your passive stealth is still equivalent to Digit's active stealth. And you guys kind of kick a couple rocks when you're kind of adjusting through the brush and stuff. And you hear, "Who's there?" As Ilkanar, the Storm Giant Artificer, as Ilkanar starts to look around, kind of figure out what is producing that sound, and so he kind of looks around and he sees the brush rustle a little bit, and sees you two, and he goes, "Well, well, well. This is interesting. I haven't seen a squirrel of your size before."
DJ
I'm not-
kind of cocks his head a little. He's a bit confused.
And a kobold. Hmm.
You touch me, I'll go bite you.
Oh.
We may not want to threaten him. Just a thought.
An interesting threat display from a species that typically bows to anything bigger than them. You're not with this crippled one, then, are you?
That has yet to be seen.
DJ kind of speaks of, no, he's with me. He's a traveling companion.
Lizard. And he looks over at the again, adult green dragon, who has been crippled completely by getting both of his wings shot through. Ilkanar looks at him and goes, "Listen, this kobold, is he with your queen? Or am I taking him in with you? Or, well, I don't need a lizard of your size. I'll just take the egg. That was my goal, anyways." And he goes to grab the egg, and the dragon bites his hand. Ilkanar, shouts, rips his hand away, massive gashes in his hand that went to go grab the egg. And he goes, "Well, I was going to let you go, but it seems like you won't let go of the egg until I put you down like the animal you are." And levels the quote-unquote pistol to the green dragon's head and pulls the trigger.
Digit just kind of squeaks in surprise.
Yep. being this close, the sound of this thing going off is deafening. And both of you go ahead and give me dex saves. Okay. Digit. So the damage will be Varaxis, you will take 12 acid damage from being splashed with the viscera from this green dragon. And Digit, you will take 6. So your fur is just covered in this like disgusting, like acidic blood. Varaxis, you kind of just, you've never seen a dragon get put down like an actual animal before. And you just, your reaction is just too slow as you just get splashed. You see, he goes, the Ilkanar goes to grab the egg, just very nonchalantly, like he's not even really all that concerned about what just happened. He goes, well, nasty business getting all of this on my robe. I'll have to clean it when I get home. But I have this egg now to experiment with. You, squirrel.
His ears kind of like perk up.
You look intriguingly intelligent.
That's one way to put it.
I think I could use you when we go to experiment on this egg.
I'm not so sure I'll be of much help with that. I'm not a nature kind of guy. Squirrel?
Oh, you think anything is nature related here? No.
Can we see the egg more clearly now?
Yeah, it looks to be a black dragon egg. Looking at it again, it shifts to blue. Looking at it for longer, it shifts to red, green.
I start to side-eye Varaxis.
I don't think we can let him keep that egg.
Aren't those her colors?
Yeah.
She's
that's
the
why
only
I-
one that can do that, right?
To my knowledge, well, I don't think it's platinum, so yeah, I don't think we can let him have that. That might not be good.
What's so special about the egg?
Well, it's not very often that a chromatic dragon has an egg so close to Storm Giant territory. And so, who knows what interesting things I can teach it or extract from the hatchling when it is born.
Yeah, I don't recall chromatic dragons being very accommodating.
Well,
He looks kind of just off to the side to the now dead green dragon. He goes,
well, I don't think that'll be an issue.
Are we able to tell if that's a adult dragon or
that was an adult green dragon.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
that he put down in essentially 3 shots. 1 in each wing to cripple it, and then, yep, put it down.
He turns to Varaxis again. Hey, I don't want to do anything with this, but I think, given the option, he could just erase it. Is this even real? Like, how do... Like, the Digit kind of, like, freezes up talking, and he's trying to, like, make sense of everything. It's like, none of this feels right. It's familiar, and it's wrong.
Yeah, you've never seen a dragon in Storm Giant territory like this before.
Yeah. Like, realizing that fact, he's sitting there just so confused. He's like, wait, but they don't ever... What the fuck?
At least he's not trying to kidnap me and experiment on me.
Yeah, but he did for me, but a long time ago. But he doesn't recognize me, which is very strange. Where are we again?
I don't know. I don't trust the whole giving him an egg thing, but I don't think there's anything we can do about it.
Well, we don't want to get ourselves killed. So, what comes next? Because we would like to not, you know, turn out like that. He points his little paw at the dragon.
Well, it depends. Are you going to come with me and help?
Do we have much of a choice?
I didn't get much sport dealing with this dragon, so if you don't want to help...
I don't think we'll be as nice of a game as the dragon, to be completely straight with you.
Well, that remains to be seen. But seeing as you are not telling me that you want to help, I'll give you a head start.
Our access, do we help or not? I think it's the only way we're going to get you that egg.
I guess we'll have to. Because I don't have a sword.
What kind of help do you need? Maybe there's something we could do. I do have plenty of experience with technology, of sorts.
It does seem like, if I didn't know any better, it would seem like you learned from me. But that wouldn't make any sense. I would have recognized a squirrel like you. Well, having a more free-willed kobold could be useful, especially one as chromatic as yourself. And a interesting squirrel. Well, even if you don't prove useful with the egg, I'm sure I can find a use for you elsewhere.
He like gulps at that statement.
But I am growing impatient, so either you're coming with me, or...
Oh no, go ahead, lead the way. We so yeah, that's
You know
fine.
he's gonna walk a lot faster than we do.
That's a good point. I wasn't really focused on that. You make a good point.
Oh, that's no problem.
So he kind of taps a device on his on one of his pouches. And out comes a little disc. and it floats down to your guys' level.
It just like momentarily like, ooh, and then he like checks back into reality.
Well, I
You hop
guess
on that disc, I will bring you with me. Otherwise, I would recommend you start running.
here we go, Digit.
Yeah. And then he climbs onto the disc.
Okay. You're both climbing onto the disc?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Against better judgment, I'm getting on the disc. At least I can still do paladin stuff if he tries to touch me.
Cool. You guys hop on the disc. It starts hovering to about shoulder level for Ilkanar, making it to where jumping down is now going to be a lot more painful.
Anything over 10 feet is painful to Varaxis.
Yep, he carries the egg on the opposite side of his body, about as far away from you guys as possible. And you guys start making your merry way to wherever he resides. We will now turn over back to Dirt. Dirt.
I was enjoying just listening.
Oh yeah, you don't like
Uh-huh.
playing Soul Tag?
Not
No?
with my rolls, no.
Not with
I'm
your
gonna
rolls?
check and kill myself in Soul Tag.
Speaking of rolls, go ahead and give me a survival check.
Fuck.
With advantage though, remember.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be best I see all night. I'll take it.
Yeah, you are actually able to keep pace with Vox. And the longer you stay in your Vox, weirdly enough, the faster you both start to move. As you start keeping pace with each other, and the rogues start to kind of fall behind. Vox kind of looks at you. I think he's starting to probably piece together that you're not an enemy. And he points in a direction that leads you guys further into the jungle. You guys continue to run. And you find yourselves at a crossroads. Forks off. One goes off to the left, one goes off to the right. You and Vox doesn't look like he knows exactly which one to go down. And with you looking down either road, they both, one kind of gives off a bit of a more like damp feeling, like you're about to get closer to like water.
Yeah.
But it also feels more like very it reminds you not only of like getting closer to water, but also reminds you a bit of what layer 4 feels like.
Okay.
That is the one to the left. The one to the right feels like how just the rest of this area that in general that you've been running feels like. Feels the most normal. Looks like it does go a bit further into the jungle than the other routes. The other route kind of starts to skirt a little bit of the jungle, doesn't completely exit it. While the one to the right looks like it goes even further into the jungle.
Okay.
Vox kind of looks back and forth, confused, like he doesn't know which one to go down. And he kind of starts to look to you to guide him.
Well, first, does he look like that wound is still there, or did I just take it? Like, have the make
Um,
behind it.
you, when you look down, you don't see what you would normally you'd expect meat bags to have, like, puncture wounds, things like that, and are, like, bleeding from it. In place of, like, a normal, like, organic, like, injury, you see a small, like, wisp of light from that spot.
Oh. Well, uh, I'm not a magic person or like super religious yet. just getting into that, so I'm just gonna try and cure wounds
Okay. You try to cure
on him.
wounds on him.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll.
Hold on. Make sure this is first level. 'Cause all I got. Okay. Normal roll.
Nice. You heal for 8. No, you heal for 4. I would say 4 to you, and then the hole in Vox starts to seal up.
Okay. I guess that works. Then do I have anything to? Hold on. Looking at my spells. How do I not have that active? Okay. I'm stupid. I didn't change my spells before we set on this journey. Okay, I guess. I just take a chance here.
Okay.
Left was the slightly more damp, but reminds me of
Yeah.
the reality, and
Yeah.
slightly, while the other path seems to be more normal.
Yeah. More trial-scapey. More normal for the environment you are currently in.
I like the thought of getting out, but also like I don't like the damp, especially when my soul is tagging along. Sir, you're mean. Rainbow. All right, for now, we're gonna go the drier path, the more normal one.
Okay. Gonna go the more normal for the environment you're in, so you're gonna go to the right.
Yeah, because in Dirt's head, it just flashes back to the others waking up, coughing up water, and he's like, "Not just yet."
I don't want to go talk with Diabolethia. No, sorry, Bob. Okay. So you guys take the right path. The when you look back, you go forward probably good like 100+ feet. You look back, the fork in the road. There was no fork in the road. You've been going on a one road.
The entire time.
Yep.
Sure.
And the fork is gone. And if you double back to where
And I
that
both
fork would have
need that
been.
one.
Yep. Oh yeah, no, Vox looks around also confused. Like, where the fuck? Where the fuck is the what? But he starts to all of his movements, by the way, like anytime it's movement related, they haven't been like walking. You guys have been sprinting every like chance you get. And you guys start to hear brush and like branches getting broken as you start to see the Warforged kind of start to come out of the woodwork. This time there are 5 of them. And they go to sprint after you guys. Are you guys just gonna bolt off?
That's probably the best course.
Okay.
Two of us, many of them. I don't think fighting is gonna help much here.
Yeah. Alrighty. You guys start to sprint away. Mechanically, the movement speed that you guys are going on is essentially your normal movement speed as a dash.
I'm back.
So you're going
Webber.
pretty fucking fast. Welcome back. And right as you guys turn around, though, one of them is going to try to. One of them's got a bit of a net. And is a hit. Dirt, go ahead and give me a strength save.
Alright. Strength. Saving throw. Normal. Yep.
Luckily, it's just a shitty net. It does slow you down, though. It doesn't completely restrain you, but it does slow you down. And one of them is going to take and by extension, slows down. No, actually, Vox continues to sprint, does not look back. And the one that catches up to you for a second goes to take a swing at you. And is a crit.
Ooh.
And you take 12 piercing damage.
He can take it.
As he kind of stabs into you with a fucking spear. Okay, but after you get stabbed, basically you're able to kind of recover and sprint away, but you don't see Vox anymore.
This motherfucker. Why am I like this?
How long have you been waiting to say that one?
Yeah.
Someone who also has
Um,
2 other rogues.
Yeah.
And while you continue to play soul tag, Esteban, well, go ahead.
I was gonna say I can't see him, so I'll use my second wind real quick.
Oh, okay.
Just to Dude.
Hell yeah. There's only one away from max. Fuck yeah.
Otherwise, I could see him. I was gonna action surge to try to
Yeah.
catch up, but
Yeah, you can't see him. Even with your passive perception, you don't quite catch him. Is there anything else you're wanting to do?
no, because I imagine when you get back to me, I'll have to make another check to find this fucker's trail. I'm a
You
pain
know
in
it.
the ass. Me.
Esteban and Evangeline, you're at this home. What you doing? I know you were saying you were wanting to find a way around.
Evangeline's gonna be grabbing him.
What?
Go ahead, give me fucking contested athletics then.
Hey, keep your broken hands.
Get scooped. You got to know
All
what it's
the
like.
merchandise scooped.
How many times has Evangeline scooped Digit, actually? It's been several.
The person
Yeah,
that
it's
Evangeline
been a
scoops the
lot.
most is really Varaxis.
Texas.
Varaxis gets scooped by Evangeline a lot. Digit, you're nat.
Oh, yes. Oh, my ass. The only funny about that is
Oh. Oh.
I can't
shit.
beat that even if I rolled a nat 20.
Oh.
Scooped, I
You didn't
guess.
get scooped. You got
Scooped, I guess.
snatched.
You got fucking tackled by Evangeline.
Snapped up like the last Tickle Me Elmo in the 90s.
God,
You get
dang.
like fucking just full body tackled by Evangeline as you slam into the ground. And you're pinned.
Oh God, how loud was it?
Oh, well.
sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Really? Why do I have a hard
not-
time believing that?
As the sun is starting to set, I would say not loud enough to be waking people. If you were in full armor, that might be different. But
That's
you're
fair.
not.
No.
The most that probably people would hear is just the sound of somebody's face just slamming into the ground.
Around this town, that's
And just-
not
and just-
unusual. At this
just
hour?
Yeah, exactly. Just hearing, ah, shit, and just fucking. What the fuck? They're just slamming into the ground. I'm gonna be right back. 2 seconds.
Bodied by a dragonborn.
For shiggles, I want to roll to see how close it would have been.
It would have been funnier for the one.
I rolled a nat 20.
No fucking way.
I put up a damn good fight, bitch. I'm a lot larger than I once was.
Yeah, but you're still a noob.
Now hold on a damn minute. How is he gonna roll a nat 20 for the fucking bot to hit me? And then you two are both gonna roll nat 20s in a row. This is stupid.
This
It's
reminds me
downhill
of
from here.
a moment where Maraska got so sick of our Merfolk Rogues bullshit because he was antagonizing everybody so much. He crit on an unarmed strike and knocked him the fuck out.
Oh my God, bro.
He had the player in particular had a penchant for fucking with everyone and doing his own thing a lot, so no one stopped me.
Well, that's, yeah.
Normally I refuse to roll against party members, but in that one instance in character it made sense. He was trying to steal something from him, so
Wow, that's fair. Esteban's currently trying to steal from someone.
and then got tackled by a dragon.
Listen, alright? This is a greater
Yeah.
good situation. So I can I rolled to see what my contested athletics check would have been.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Wow. The odds of that happening. Jesus Christ. So I'm
That
gonna just because it's I'm thinking on if I just want to honor the double crits or make you roll off. I kind of want to honor the double crits.
it does not happen frequently.
It does not
This is
happen
the third nat
frequently.
20 in a row.
Okay, so we'll wind back just a little bit. You do still get pinned to the ground. But Evangeline, you're probably surprised a little bit by the amount of fucking like strength that Esteban is able to put back as he's getting just tackled. This feels probably less like a get off me to a I have to do this. I have to. Like that's the type of strength that you're expecting from somebody who's like, I must save them. Unhand me. But he's using it for crimes.
Well, that saving is technically still happening, okay? The saving
Of yourself,
is of
yes.
our butts. So,
But yeah. Esteban, you do still get pinned, but it is
yeah.
much closer. So I would say you guys probably attract the attention of like some random passersby. Just being like, what the fuck? Just, huh? Couple people just be like, what? What's that? Whatever. A couple people do look at it and go,
Can't
oh,
have shit in
fight!
Detroit.
A fight's happening. Eventually, a couple people are just like, fucking, go to bed. It's just...
Kids of this generation, goddamn.
Yeah. World star. Fucking. Yeah, Esteban, you're on the ground. Evangeline, you're partially tuckered out from the fucking... Esteban putting up way more of a struggle than you were expecting.
Trying to save our lives. Let me go.
Vemtil's just looking at it and go, what the fuck? God. Just,
Hey, buddy, you want to give me a hand?
Get off of him. Just get off of him. Let him get this done.
I'm not going to you're going to ruin someone's life.
What would you have us do?
There
Who-
has
who's-
to be
who's gonna
some
help
other
us?
Solution.
What solution?
I don't know. This is my first time dealing with something like this. Usually, everyone I'm with, we work together and figure things out.
Okay, look. Take it from a couple of people who have been around the block a couple times dealing with this stuff and dealing with Cutter. You try to weasel out of this, it's not gonna end well for any of us. And someone else is gonna come to this house.
So if
Just
we go
because
in there,
we don't do it,
it's
just
a good
because we
chance
don't
that,
do
you
it.
know, we don't hurt anybody. Maybe.
Yeah. Nobody's saying we
what-
gotta hurt these people. But the
Esteban.
next people might just kill them to make it easier.
Mm.
Don't you want to go home?
Begrudgingly- You don't get to ask that right now. This is
No,
honestly.
You want to go home, right? This is like the first step in making
How do
that
you know?
happen. What do you mean? How do I
you
know?
Do you have proof that this is going to work out and actually help us? Or is it going to end up having to keep having us do these terrible things to people that don't deserve it?
Okay, I don't know actually if it's gonna help, but in that regard. But I do know that being stuck here, however the fuck we got here, and dealing with these people is not going to get us anywhere. If anything, it's going to get us into more trouble, and we are going to be the opposite direction of home. If you can call that place down there home.
Other than what you're dealing with.
Well, sorry, up here in the real world, that not a lot of people are as willing to help each other as some other places. It's a lot of selfish, cruel people in the world. I would know. I'm one of them.
Say like you're one of them.
So if we just get in there, we take what we need to take, get out. Don't have to worry about this anymore. We don't even need to know their names. We don't even know them now. We don't have to know them later. You can't feel sorry for somebody that you never met.
Yes, you can. Because I feel pretty fucking sorry for you, and I barely know you other than life or death situations.
If you felt sorry for me, you would help me.
Why do you think you're still alive?
You would help me with this.
Begrudgingly, she will let Esteban get up, but because of the possibility of worse things coming to the people, but she's not happy about it. There will be glares, and if you hurt anyone, no, I will not hesitate to put you on the ground again.
All right, but if someone tells us we have to stop or we get caught, that's on you. And if you can't fix the problem
Like, you're the
immediately,
one going in there, so don't get caught.
oh yeah, that's the goal. You guys are outside
Right,
though,
don't
so
get caught.
don't get
hurt
caught.
anyone.
Hey, I don't mean to tell you guys how to do your jobs, but probably don't talk about breaking into somebody's home out in the open.
You tell her that.
Sorry. This is apparently my first time.
I'm climbing into the building.
That's a weird way to announce you're breaking into someone's home. Screaming as you enter a window. I'm climbing through!
I'm climbing in this broken window.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to
I
find
dropped my baseball
a window
in here.
that's not like... Hello? You're able to find a window that's not fully boarded up. A little bit more of a struggle now that you're many feet taller than you were before. Last time you really tried to do things like this.
God, that's so true.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Stealth, you said?
Stealth, yes. For alas, you are being stealthy. Or you
Wow.
were.
How?
Oh, no.
My passive stealth is higher than that.
Unfortunate.
Wow.
The
I
first
looked around. There's not a
wooden
lot
board.
to hide here.
the first wooden board you step on just goes. And I'm gonna go ahead. I'll roll it. 1 through 5, something bad happens. Nice. The house is remarkably silent despite the fairly noisy entry.
Yeah, after the hearing the floorboard creak, he would immediately just like freeze until he was he had confirmation it was clear.
Holy shit! Yeah, you don't hear anything in the house. You are on the second floor, and you were told that the loot is in the basement.
Oh, okay. That's this is
There's a bit of a distance to travel.
this different. Okay. We check the hall.
Okay,
Or the
check
stairs.
the hall.
Yep, those are stairs.
Yep, those are stairs. All right.
Stairs are stairsy.
As you start to look around in this home, you're not convinced people live here.
That's
not entirely.
a good sign.
Because you see, like, there's no furniture, there's no, like, you've even, like, before your shady ways, when you were still trying to be like a good merchant, you've been to, like, noble people's homes before, to, like, broker deals and stuff.
Sure, yeah.
And this, you're expecting paintings on the walls, tables, chairs, beds. None of it's there. At least not on this floor. You go to like kind of peek out into the hallway. The hallway is like part of the banister is like kind of falling apart. None of it looks like signs of like violence. It's just signs of there was probably people to maintain this place and they just can't afford those people. And they probably just started selling things out of their own home. Not dissimilar. Yeah, not dissimilar from yourself. And you kind of peek around the outside of the room that you broke into. Hallway is completely silent. Stairway, while is stairway, while it looks on the verge of breaking, no movement at all. From where you're at, if you want to look over the edge, you can. Like down to the first floor. Otherwise, from where you're at currently, stairs in the hallway that you're in looks clear. No other doors are open. No nothing.
Huh. Okay. I'd like to try to make my way down the stairs here.
Okay.
May I re-roll my stealth?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. You know, it's like a 2% chance that I roll worse than the last time.
Oh no, what have you done? There you go.
Woo!
Man, that must have been one fucking squeaky ass board because you managed to find all the boards that aren't squeaky.
It's fine now.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You're able to get down the stairs, no problem. You practically slide down the stairs until you realize it's probably a bad idea. Because this whole fucking building looks like it's gonna collapse at the slightest touch.
I think I'm more cautious at the idea of this house just falling apart than I am to be found.
It just looks like it's been in disrepair for so long.
Dear God.
These people have been out of money for who knows. Turns out it's just a wizard that like casted a spell to accelerate the aging of the building.
It's not for any
Bet you those
particular
wizards
reason.
exist.
He just likes the way it looks.
Now, in my head, all of a sudden now, I imagine like some sort of shady business where like a wizard goes to like cast a spell like that, and then comes in the next day with like a bunch of essentially contractors being like, "Wow, looks like you need some repairs." Massive scam.
Incredibly large scale.
Incredibly large scam. It's something like D&D? Possible.
Hey man, this is real life too.
You start to kind of look around trying to find, you don't see the stairs leading into the basement, at least in the main like area that you're in. You're in like the main like entrance area. So you know the bigger stairs, the central stairs. Looking around, you don't see like
Oh, like the foyer area.
yeah, basically.
Okay.
You know that odds are if there is a basement, it's probably in like one of the in a kitchen, or something along those lines. But as you start to think of that, luckily with your 25 stealth, you're able to see them way before they see you.
Oh, thank God.
And you see looks to be a teen with what looks to be a 5-year-old. As yeah. And he goes, "All right, come on, we got to get to bed. Let's." He just looks around at the house. He says, Come on. Let's just get some sleep. Maybe tomorrow will be better. Where's Dad?
Damn it.
He's I know it's been a couple days. He'll be back. He'll be back. But hey, when you go to sleep, I'll be able to Dory, I think some food's gonna show up. It's gonna be cool. So I can cast spells and I'll make sure the food shows up. So just go to bed and I'll be able to cast my magic. Okay. And you see they kind of walk off to a different room.
Esteban would make sure for certain that they are gone out of view before trying to move from their position. Listen, Hughes. I'm not being pulled apart. All right? I like all my limbs attached to the torso.
After a while, you hear a door close, and you see the teen kind of walks out, and are you staying on the stairs, or have you like moved to like around a corner or something?
I would have moved around the corner.
Okay, so you move around the corner. You see that he starts to go over to the stairs, or he looks like he's getting ready to go out the front door, and then kind of just pauses for a second, goes to the stairs, and just sits on the steps. And even with your passive perception, you just hear light sobbing. As he just goes, "God damn it, Ted." Kind of gets himself together, and you are unfortunately not able to communicate to Vemtil or Evangeline that he's getting ready to exit out of the front door.
So I couldn't use my telepathy.
What's your telepathy range?
That's a question. Let's find out.
I would say you're probably about 45-ish feet away.
Ah, fuck. It's sight.
At sight? Oh no.
Yeah.
Who's that helping, huh?
Us when we stare at each other.
What's the
True.
range if it's even though it's based off of sight? I'm just curious.
Well, it's just like anybody up to like 3 people that I can see. And then I roll for how many hours that it activates for.
Oh, the limited telepathy?
Yeah. It's like specifically the psionic telepathy.
Oh, well,
the limited telepathy doesn't have like it's 30 feet.
It's within 30
but
feet of you.
it doesn't have any other parameters as in like whether or not people can reply or anything like that. So which also proves
if you were I would
problematic.
say that with your limited telepathy you might be able to quickly get like near the front door to communicate like some sort of very simple idea to Evangeline. Otherwise, if you're going to make that decision, make it now.
Oh,
are you
hell
going to
yeah.
continue to the basement, or are you going to try to warn them?
I'm going to try and warn them. I've just luckily mastered the art of becoming so still that I am invisible to the naked eye. So,
cool. You you get close, and what are you? It says simple ideas and concepts. How are you communicating? There's a dude coming to Evangeline and Vemtil.
I think at the most basic level I can is movement at the front door. Hide.
Cool. Evangeline, you get a ping. You hear moving out the front door, hide.
Like, first person to try to hide.
What's up?
I'm the first person to try to hide.
Oh well, you should have thought about that, huh?
Oh no. Yeah.
You give me a whole spiel about don't get caught.
I'm just standing outside like a criminal. Look like a missionary.
Alrighty, you're not gonna hide or anything.
I feel like it would be more
Pull out a
suspicious
religious
if I.
book.
Okay.
Fully commit to the bit.
Cool. Yeah, you see a teenager come out of the
Casually reading.
yeah, come out of the front door. And he kind of walks out and he sees you and Vemtil and he goes, "Oh, did you have business with my father?"
I don't know who your father is. We were on a stroll. And we thought we heard someone gasp. So we were taking a look around just to make sure everything was fine. But we were actively on our way.
Oh. Okay. Have a good night then. And you see he kind of walks off, goes down an alley.
And now
This
you've
isn't
lied,
right.
and you're no better
This
than
isn't
me.
This isn't right.
How morally dubious.
I don't know what to do. I don't.
You know, I think I'm enjoying only having to chase myself around compared to this.
And when that
This is
happens,
arguably the most peaceful.
as he walks down the alley, as Evangeline deals with her inner demons now,
I would say that she probably at some point will decide to go, but we could obviously.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get to that when we go back to Digit and Varaxis. Greetings. You have been floating alongside Ilkanar for a while, and you make it back to an all too familiar building, Digit. His laboratory.
His demeanor visibly just sinks.
Kind of holds the dragon egg, brings you guys inside, and places the egg on this like little container or like this little like holder with a fire underneath it. And he goes, "Right, well, this should artificially hatch the egg much sooner than normal, natural processes. Plus, I'm curious what artificially accelerating the process. I wonder what that will do to the hatchling. We'll see. We'll see. Now, you two." The moment he says that, you feel a rumble. Like, it feels just like the air is quaking around you. And right as he goes, "Oh, you two... What was that? Maybe there was more than one. Might be more eggs. Perfect. You'll come with me then. And before you guys can hop off the disc, he brings you guys outside, and you guys go outside, and then you see Ilkanar, before your eyes can kind of adjust to the sunlight. Varaxis, you'll recognize this. You see a long, slender, red dragon like head as it crunches down on Ilkanar's head and flings his lifeless body off in the distance. And
Oh, Mama was angry.
Digit is speechless.
oh, goodbye. Oh no! Cetra's like, fuck this!
Not a speechless.
Yeah.
Varaxis, goddamn.
Yeah, Varaxis is like, fuck this! I'm fucking out of here!
Oh,
Hey, look
boy.
at that!
Yeah. I don't know what happened there, but
That was perfect timing, though.
I'm just gonna reach over and cover Digit's eyes.
He like. So here's the fucked up part. Digit pulls your like fingers down as he's watching with this look that just says, "I never thought I'd see the day."
Well, keep
And
that thought in
he-
your head as,
Yeah, he just says, "This isn't what is going on."
As you think about that, the roof of the disc immediately descends. Not like dangerously, but like kind of gently descends before it kind of just breaks when you
Going
guys get to the ground. And you see the roof of the building of the laboratory that you were in gets ripped apart as you see 5 different colored chromatic dragon heads peering into as they peer into the laboratory.
Digit, I wanna go home.
Praxis, you recognize this individual.
Digit's in the middle of going, is that
Yeah.
big,
No, Tiamat.
big.
He, whoever that was stole, I'm guessing, Tiamat's egg.
That's the worst thing you could do. Digit looks back at the egg and the device that it's on.
Yep, and you hear just a voice boom in your head. Just go. There's where the thief took my spawn. Well, the thief is dead. You, servant. We just see one of the heads look straight at you, Varaxis. What is the meaning of this? How could you let this thing take my egg?
Well, it didn't really take the egg. The thing that took the egg was a green dragon initially.
He was delivering it to me. The fact that I have to come here and do things myself is a failure that I'm going to rectify. And you find the body of the she's carrying the body of the green dragon as she kind of crushes it in her hand, and it revives after she lets go. And you see this this green dragon's kind of flailing around, confused. He goes, "My queen, I'm sorry. The storm giants, they took it from us. I grabbed it, but this thing he had a silence." And she just, all 5 heads, all different colors, envelop this green dragon as it just turns into dust.
I want to go home.
You just hear screams from this dragon as it is violently torn asunder, brought back from the dead only to be killed again. And Varaxis, you get picked up.
Digit tries to grab, like, kind of reach and grab for him, and he like just barely misses his tail.
Just barely
He's
misses
like, "Oh
him.
no, okay."
Silence!
Digit freezes in place, all of his fur fully poofed. And he is
A little scaleless one like you has no right to
I
even
can make-
look upon me.
He closes his eyes. I can make scales if that'll keep me alive longer.
That would be amusing. But
Here-
no.
He refuses to speak any further. He's horrified right now.
Varaxis, you're picked up just between 2 of her claws. You just this really tiny, like, kobold. She goes,
A digit?
Not a servant? No. She kind of, all 5 heads kind of stare at you, and you see a whirlwind of emotions from, like, curiosity to amusement to anger to just fury as she realizes she doesn't own you. And the moment she thinks that, kind of rears back like she's, or like kind of angles you to where it looks like she's about to just toss you up in the air. And you just hear in your head, prepare to fall. And a fucking spear of bone is thrown from an area you cannot figure out exactly where it came from, as it stabs into her chest. She reels back and drops you. Let me pull it up real quick. As I believe,
Do we have access to our spells here?
no.
Fuck.
You'll take 6d6.
It's gonna hurt.
You take 22 bludgeoning damage. As you slam into the ground. And
Digit rushes over and helps him up.
Digit, you hear an unfamiliar voice in your head
Where's
for
Red
just a second. As it just goes, run. As you guys look and you see Tiamat grabs this, like, bone lance, rips it out of her chest, and you see that wound starts to close, and she starts kind of flailing around, looking wildly, trying to figure out where Varaxis went.
Yep.
I'm going for a scuttle.
Yep. Digit is like half running with, half dragging towards wherever's gonna allow them to slip away like as unseen as they can. But there's 5 giant dragon heads there, so time to take the fuck off.
Yeah. You guys go to sprint away. And Varaxis, you hear Null go, "There's only one way out of this trial. You're not going to like it." Where Tiamat rests in this trial, there is a portal. That is your way out. I won't be able to help any more than this. And you see kind of reaching out of the ground, you see like a small, like, skeletal draconic hand. And you see a like skeletal drake kind of clamber out of the ground. And Null goes, "He will be able to help you get there. But the portal, that will be up to you to get through. The moment you are close to her, my envoy will die."
Be on the ground this time?
What was that?
I said, will it be on the ground this time?
I don't know. I just know that the portal will be with her. Good luck. And the presence from Noel starts to fade. This drake looks like it could hold probably a couple small creatures. So, you guys getting on?
Yeah, full digit on.
Yep, we're going.
You guys hop on.
I'm scooping the smaller creature.
You guys hop on the drake, and it fucking bolts away. Seems like right now its main objective is to just get as far away from Tiamat as possible.
And while we go, I'm going to use 30 points of my lay on hands to heal myself. I hurt.
Cool. Cool. You guys start sprinting away from Tiamat. And Dirt. We'll go to you next.
No.
Survival check, please.
Yup. Do. Still with advantage?
Yes.
Holy shit, I'm doing so great tonight with these rolls.
Go ahead and roll a...
They were stuck on double ones for a second for me, so I guess I avoided that at least.
It takes you about 15 minutes more than before. Last time you were able to find Vox pretty quickly. This time, a little bit more difficult. Seems like you got a little spooked seeing the number of Warforged increase. And you eventually find him, Once again, though, it looks like he made a mistake somewhere. And there are, doesn't look like all of them are there, but 4 Warforged have him kind of pressed against a cliff wall
Damn
as
it.
they start to corner him.
Meanwhile, Dirt, why am I like this?
God, I
What
suck!
the fuck is wrong with me?
No wonder I
What the
fucking
hell?
died! Yeah, what are you doing? They're closing in.
Well, I'm gonna have to rush in there. On my way past, I'm definitely gonna try to smack at least one of them.
Okay, go ahead and give me an unarmed strike because you don't have your mace.
Yep.
Actually, before you go to strike, go ahead and give me a wisdom save.
Okay. You didn't see that. Wisdom. Saving throw.
Okay. You're a little exasperated. Just yourself in both ways to describe it. Exasperated that your organic old self kind of seems like he sucks. Keeps getting
was weak.
keeps getting himself caught in fucking
If you can't fight back, at least fucking run right.
yeah. But you are able to at least get out your shield.
Okay. So yeah, a smack. To one of them. Gonna hopefully do a chipping attack. We'll see. Nope.
Nope.
Bro, can I hold on.
You're gonna do a cleanse.
Yes.
Watch it be like, oops, all nat 20s. God. Oh, that was 20d20. Oh, that was, ooh,
I used up all my good rolls.
Oh, no. Wow, look at that perfect column of 11. Oh, no, there's a 17 at the bottom.
It ruined it.
They ruined it. Soiled it.
Okay. Well,
Well,
either way, put myself in front of him.
maybe you did a dice cleanse. Who knows? All right. Yep. So there are 4 Warforged. They are going to all make swings.
So I believe I do have a second attack. Hold on.
Okay. Well, goodbye.
Just for posterity's sake, because Lord knows I'm gonna fucking miss anyway. Yes, I do.
Yeah, I
have
believe
a
you do.
second
Yeah,
attack.
you are level 6. Oh no, Digit!
Okay. We'll try one more time. Nope. Alright. Didn't cleanse fuck all! I rolled lower!
Oh, did Digit die this time?
Digit did die. His net just exploded, is what he thinks.
We're all having deaths tonight.
Luckily, it's all theater of the mind. So if he can at least get on voice, that'd be enough.
Yeah. Man. There's no way I rolled a fucking 4 after rolling a fucking 5.
That is
You need to
very
piss off
unfortunate.
with this shit.
Yeah, well, I am curious while we try to figure that out with Digit.
You know, I roll on Beyond and I get a fucking 19. Rolled a 15. Foundry's just a bitch.
Yeah, your attack rolls aren't great.
I'm meant for defense anyway. Shield up.
Yeah, your attack rolls aren't fantastic. Otherwise, your average for your saves is 12.3.
Yeah, my saves have been okay.
Your skill rolls are 10.4.
Yeah. How about my
Ability rolls are fucking shit.
Yeah. I know that one. Tonight in particular is just bad, though. Well, last few nights,
Yeah.
obviously, but yeah.
Well, luckily this isn't Digit and Varaxis's turn currently, so.
Let's say they got a little bit. It'll go through the other two before it gets back to them.
First attack is a miss. Second attack is a hit.
Oh. When I did get... can I do that? Hold on.
What's up?
One of my feature things, the little techniques I have. Okay, bait and switch. I'll use one of my superiority die.
Okay.
Basically, make sure I'm in front of him and his AC goes up by... Hold on. By one of my superiority die, so I gotta roll that. Consume one of these. Just... So it's a D8. Okay. So his AC goes up by 5.
Ah, damn.
In that case, then only 2 hit instead of 3.
Cool.
Alrighty. First hit is 6. Second hit is a 10.
Okay. We'll try to reduce the 10. Not a lot, but
Not a
it's
lot, but better than nothing. So in that case, then you will take 10 damage. You see kind of Vox gets skewered a couple times. Of which one of them you're able to kind of smack away.
like for the
block a
first time
couple.
speaking, looks back, it's like, you're a hard man to keep alive.
And the moment that finishes, Fox sprints away again.
And Dirt's definitely like, God, that was fucking worthless. And I guess taking opportunity attacks, I'm gonna chase.
They completely ignore you.
Okay. Back on the run.
Yeah, they go to sprint.
I will. If I still see him, I'll actually even use the action surge to try to make ground and catch up.
Yeah, you still are able to take a peek at him. So if you want to use your action surge to catch up to him,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yep. I'll use this then. And okay, cool. Actually used it properly. I'm also gonna, as soon as I catch up, just smack him with one of these.
As you're running.
So only 6.
Correct. You heal yourself for 3.
Okay. Well,
Nothing like weird healing resistance because you're healing Vox, but technically you're also healing yourself. But you got to spend extra. Basically, this is you spending extra effort to sew up your soul.
I was about to say, as far as I'm concerned, he's a lot squishier, so Robot
you.
me can handle it. Soul me is gonna get his ass kicked, apparently. Spell slots, this sucks.
Cool. So you guys are able to start again, the moment you guys are both running side by side, you speed up, like, by doubling your movement speed. And you come across another fork in the road.
To the left is a very cold breeze is coming from this that left off direction. For a jungle, this is highly unusual. But it feels borderline Arctic. And the other fork gives off the normal for the area you're in.
Do I get any kind of sense that continuing down the normal path is in any way beneficial?
Go ahead and give me an. I'll give you the option. Do you want to use your passive insight or roll? I'll let you declare it beforehand.
Thank you. I'll use my fucking passive. It's a 16.
Okay.
I hate that it's 16. Sounds better than whatever I tried to roll.
I'm just curious. Go ahead and roll your insight. I'm just curious what it would have
No.
been. Or do you?
No.
No,
No.
I want to see that nat 20. No, I won't make you do it. But even with this, God, that'd be fucking hilarious though. Even with a 16, you're kind of piecing it together. Part of your instinct is saying, get back to the maw, like, right the fuck now. It seems like the normal path, probably will get you closer to either a, like, how to explain it without spoiling absolutely everything. You feel like you might get some sort of basically left is fight, right is flight.
Well,
Do you keep running or do you say fuck it and hope that you can survive?
we're gonna have to say fuck it. We don't know where this path ends. It seems to just be the same thing. There'll be a new branch eventually, a normal path, and another thing to stop at.
Okay.
So
So you're gonna go to the left instead?
better to fight now while we still have some health left to fight with.
Okay. No, Digit.
Don't want to lose the battle of attrition here. Running from a group of fucking Warforged.
Cool. You start
You know,
to run
Things
down.
not known for exhaustion.
Yeah, funny you mentioned that. The moment you start running down the left path, starts to get colder and colder and colder.
God, if
And
this isn't
colder.
fucking familiar.
And the trees start to go away. The trees start to go away. More and more ice starts forming. And you see a portal. Kind of just this faint blue like portal kind of just hovering there. And you see a how to describe this? You remember that big fucking construct? No, you don't. As a player, you do though. You see this massive construct standing in front of the portal. And as you kind of slow a little bit, seeing this threat in front of you, you look behind you. You look behind, and you see 7 Warforged, all looking at Vox. And we will now swap over to Esteban and Evangeline.
God damn it.
Hey, it's not good if you don't leave him wanting more.
I'm just such a pain in my ass.
Welcome
Esteban
to
and
Everyday
Evangeline. Yeah, Evangeline, you see this teen. He goes down this alleyway. Oh my god! Esteban's pissed. Yeah, you see this teenager go down this alleyway. Are you following him, or are you just gonna let him go?
No, I think she tried to let it go, but it did not work. And so
As you,
Oh my
you're gonna start to
God.
try to go after him.
yeah,
Vemtil looks at you, goes, that's one less person. Just let him go.
because he doesn't have his dad. It seems like for days he's probably hungry.
We don't know that.
Well, why don't I go find out and make sure that he's okay? It's
You're
a
just gonna
kid.
go walk up. You're gonna go walk up to a kid and be like, "Hey, is your dad okay?"
No, I'm not gonna ask that per se, but he did ask if we had business with his dad, and that's kind of concerning.
I'm gonna regret this. Fine. Let's go talk to him. But if he starts to think that we're here for his home, it's him or us.
You don't have to come then. I can do this myself.
Oh boy.
No, I gotta go with you. If we gotta make him go to sleep, it'll be gentle.
No, but I'm
Won't
not
kill him.
going to.
Just let him take a nap real quick.
Oh, hey, looks like it's back.
Welcome
Hey.
back.
Don't worry, Evangeline's having a fucking crisis. And
Sent
Okay,
out
Dirt.
a signal.
Dirt is about to have some sort of hold off scenario, so
Oh god. Yeah, through my actual like Cox app, sent the signal for a reset, like a hard reset. So
nice.
it's so weird. I don't know why it died like that.
I don't know. But yeah, Vamtil just goes, I'm not saying we're gonna hurt him. I'm just saying, if I just let you go by yourself, I got a feeling it's gonna invite more trouble.
I don't know how it is. I don't see how it is.
Yeah,
It's
if
really-
you let it slip that we're trying to break into his home, what if he goes to the watch?
I'm not going to let that slip.
Well, then it's no problem if I come with you.
Fine. You can come with me.
Good. Goes with you.
Fine, okay.
Fine. Oh. Yeah, you guys, no, just you, Evangeline. You start to follow after, this kid. You don't see him. And you hear Vemtil go, "Oh, behind you," and you see the kid has somehow swung around and has a knife out.
God. Yep. Hands up.
and he's got it
I'm
aimed
the
at you.
professional criminal. Listen.
And he's got it aimed at you. Eventually, he goes, "All right, just put your gold on the ground and any food you have, and nobody gets hurt."
Do I have
don't
my
know.
gold?
I don't know
my gold
who
on?
you are. You don't.
But
I-
I can do
I don't-
something, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know who you are or what you want with my father. But if you're not here for my father, then you're a good enough mark for me.
Okay. We can maybe work out the food situation. I don't have gold though. Or any kind of currency.
What? Vemtil also looks like, what the fuck?
And
But
the
Vemtil
spell
kind of
creates
just
food and water.
Vemtil just like folds up his wings and just kind of leaning against the alley wall, just watching this.
Oh my god. That's how I feel about the situation.
And the kid's just like, just fine. God, if you don't have buddy, you don't have food. Oh God.
I have a spell.
You can summon food?
Yes.
Give it to me.
Okay.
Just has this shaky hand out with a fucking knife, just.
It's kind of heavy. It's like 45 pounds of food. Are you sure you want me to just hand it to you?
Give it to me, I'll figure it out. I don't want you anywhere near it.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be create food and water.
5 pounds of food, 30 gallons
Oh
of
my
water.
god.
On the ground or in containers within range.
With
If only you had a bag of holding with you.
If only. But I don't.
Sorry, but that squirrel's in another universe.
Being hunted by Tiamat right now.
Yeah.
Tuesdays, am I right?
So you guys create food and water. You're just kind of just putting it like on like a cloth or something on the ground.
Yeah.
And he goes, all right, go away. We're just kind of it's not menacing at all. Like but he kind of like stabs out his knife, like he's trying to like intimidate you to like run.
I kind of feel like I should for his pride.
Okay.
Memjill's just watching to see what else you do.
I just wanted to make sure that you were okay. It looks like now you've got food, which should help. I'm sorry, I can't help with the money.
That food has a shelf life of 1 day.
It really does.
Yeah,
It's gonna
it
spoil so
does.
fast. You see that he doesn't grab the water, but he grabs the food. He is able to carry it. It's just cumbersome. Way more food than that him and his brother are gonna be able to fucking eat, but
At least he can hold up his end to his brother that I don't know about in character, but
Yep.
above board.
yeah. Kind of just slinks off with the food, leaving the water.
I think we should take the water back to the.
No, just leave it there. If he wants it, he'll come back and get it. But if you're really wanting to help him, we shouldn't be here. Let
Me
him come back
stealthing
and
through
take
the
the water
house.
on his own.
Evangeline just comes in through the front door with the kid. They're just chatting and have a good time.
It's the best kind of distraction.
Sure, if that's what
Well,
we're calling it.
I'm about to say, unfortunately for Esteban,
The teenager has now received what he needed.
My life is to make someone's life a living hell.
And so he will be on his way back. But yeah, Vimto's just like, if you actually care for him to get the rest of this stuff, we need to not be here.
Okay.
Let's
Then
get
we'll
back to
leave.
where we can keep an eye on the house.
Fine. It still feels really wrong that we're doing this, but as long as I was able to help him a little bit,
Eh.
it doesn't make me feel any better.
Yeah, but at least they won't starve to death tonight.
Hmm.
Congrats.
Congrats! you
Consolation
postponed.
prize.
We'll move over to Esteban.
Hi.
Go ahead. You've got. Go ahead and tell me what are you planning to do? You see him leave. You communicate, hey, he's leaving. You don't know what's happening outside now.
Absolutely not.
So what are you doing? You are on the first floor. You watched him leave. You know, there's probably just the child in this home now.
My immediate goal is to find the basement as fast as possible because I don't know how soon that individual is coming back.
Okay. Cool. So you start to kind of look around for the basement. Let's see. It takes you a bit of time. I'll give you the same option as I did Dirt. Do you want to use your passive perception or do you want to roll? Because you pass with the passive perception, you're able to find it. It's just if you roll better, you might find it sooner.
I'm gonna roll because if it doesn't work out the first time, I'm gonna end up using a sonic point to reroll. All right, here's the.
Cool.
Wow. Yeah, there it is.
Holy fuck.
All right, neat. Goodbye, sonic point. Thank
Hey.
God.
There you go.
It made up for it.
You're able to find
Got my hopes.
out surprisingly quickly. See how there's no smell of food to get you to get there faster. But you do find the kitchen, and by extension, you do find the stairs down into the basement.
Is
You
this
gonna head
giving
down?
like cellar vibes or?
This is giving cellar vibes.
Okay, yeah. Cautiously going in there, but yes, going
Okay.
down.
Go ahead and give me another stealth check.
They
Okay.
either go one way, or they go the other way.
Yep, one or the other.
18's not horrible.
No, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. We'll see if that's terrible or not. So you start to kind of look around. You don't see anything like jumping out to you as like, oh, there's a chest right here.
Right, okay.
You're thinking that the dad probably knows about the gold, but the kids don't. So that's why the teen is going out and be like, I'll go get us gold and food. Because they don't
Oh,
know
boy.
about the fucking storage down there.
So at this point, it's pretty much just through experience, it's pretty obvious that it's most likely hidden somewhere.
Yeah, it's hidden somewhere here in the cellar.
Right. All right. Oh, there's nothing that looks like any kind of closed off container of some kind, or like a drawer,
No.
or
No, there's again a distinct lack of furniture. If there was furniture, it's probably in the bedroom or bedrooms that the residents are sleeping in. It's probably the last area
Right.
of furniture. You're seeing like old like barrels. You aren't walking on earth though. You are walking on like wood. But otherwise like masonry, broken barrels, old crates, stuff that wouldn't have much of a financial value. So they were just like, fuck it, I guess we'll keep it down here.
oh, but there's so many things to stick my hand in. Look for
There's
things.
a lot of things to can in.
I guess whatever looks the most intact, rather than opposed to being, broken, shattered vases, crates,
you
or
can,
whatever.
you can give me an investigation check if you'd like.
Damn. Second one of the night.
Doesn't take you much time. You find a barrel that looks a little newer than the others. Or it looks at least like it's been slightly more maintained. Like the metal is a little shinier. There's a little less dust on it. And the most shocking part, it's mostly intact. And you're able to kind of open it up and start to rifle around in it. And you feel a rather decent sized box in the bottom of this barrel.
Huh. This box being sealed shut in any way, or
it
just...
It doesn't feel like it'll just open the moment you try to move it around.
Okay. I shake it gently.
You shake it?
A little bit.
You shake it a little bit. Okay.
I need to know if there's a jingle jangle in there.
Okay. You do hear a bit of you do actually hear it. One, if you decide to pick it up, it is fairly heavy.
God damn.
And if you try to shake it around, you will hear jingle jingle, yes.
Bingo. Okay. Nice. Now I just have to find a way to get the fuck out of here. Just realistically harder to do than getting down here.
So are you completely removing it out of the barrel now?
Yes, I'm gonna try and lift it out of there.
Okay. You feel something poke into your neck.
Nope, hate that.
Go ahead and give me a con save.
Oh, I'm stupid. It's to click this. That's not what I meant to do. Well.
Well, even with advantage.
Yeah, even with advantage that I didn't actually mean to give myself. Shit.
It did not matter.
It definitely does not.
Oh, that was the wrong one. You take 1 piercing damage. That was without the con save. And then you take a further, not that bad, 6 poison damage. And you are poisoned as you see a little. Jesus Christ!
That's not supposed to happen.
How much health did you have before? Why'd you just plummet down to 3?
No, I misclicked.
Just see that just fucking just plummets. I'm like, holy shit!
That
Turns out Esteban is severely vulnerable to poison.
Yeah, no, it was 3 is in 30, and it ended up just only putting in the 3.
Yeah, you are poisoned for 1 hour.
I hate that. Why?
As you see a really tiny slot where a poison needle flew out the moment the box was removed from the barrel.
God damn it.
And when that happens, roll me a raw luck check. It is going to be a 8 or lower, bad. Anything higher than that, good.
Okay, just a D20.
Just a raw D20. Cool. You are able to, while you're just fucking
Yeah, basically.
you do hear the front door opens, but when you came in, the kitchen is actually fairly decent distance away from that front door. So you still have an opportunity to get the fuck out of there before. It's crazy how quickly that teen came back, by the way. You're assuming it's probably the teen. You do hear something heavy.
That is, yeah, okay. Wow, this is all the bad things, huh?
Yeah,
okay.
That luck roll wasn't to determine whether or not he was there. It was to determine if he was there in the basement with you.
Yeah, that's not good.
But yeah. So now you've got the box. You are poisoned.
Oh, feels so good.
So go ahead and give me another stealth check with disadvantage because you are poisoned.
Oh God, really? A 2?
Oh no. Even the 9 was not like phenomenal.
No, yeah, I know. That was a 9 and a 2. That was bad. That was not good.
It's not good. You kind of almost drunkenly kind of start climbing up the stairs.
I feel like my insides are on the outside. Okay, yeah, I'm still gonna be like actively trying to get back upstairs.
Yeah, you very not quietly
Yeah.
start clambering up the stairs, and you turn the corner. It took you a bit longer than you'd like to admit to anyone. Thank God you're the only witness. Took you way longer than you'd like to admit going up those stairs. And you see the teen has got a massive bag of what looks to be food. And kind of puts it on the ground, and he goes, who are you? Who are you? What's that box? Why are you in my home?
Yeah, I am homeless.
And?
I thought I didn't.
Of all the
I
people.
didn't think there was anybody here. Listen. I'm in a lot of pain right now. Let me just grab my things and I'll just get right out of your hair. I'm so sorry about this.
Just put the box down, and I'll let you go.
These is my belongings. I'm not gonna leave that here.
Go ahead and give me a deception check. with disadvantage because it's an ability roll. I will have them roll their.
Oh my god, I rolled another nat 20.
Oh no!
Ah!
I will have him.
And I don't
roll-
have proficiency in deception, so I can't re-roll.
No. Have him. He got a 12.
God fucking damn it.
And he kind of stiffens a bit and has the knife still aimed at you. He goes, "No. If that box, why would you be? No, that box is ours."
No, it's not. Come on, kid. Like, there.
I'm going to give you another chance to put the box down.
Come on, dude. You're not gonna do anything with the knife. It's fine. It's fine. Let me just get out of your hair, and then you'll never have to see me ever again.
You hear off in the distance, "Who's that? Is Dad home?"
All right, kid. Now you gotta really think. You want to do something stupid and ruin that kid's life forever, or you could just let me go. Nothing has to happen.
My dad, he told me that we had something that might help us. He was saving money. He didn't tell us where it was. That box has to be that money he was saving.
What? This could be
I haven't
anything.
seen- You and I both know that that's money in there. Put the box down, please.
Listen, kid, I'm serious. You don't want to do anything here that could really hurt people around you. You gotta just let me walk right out that front door, and you never have to worry about anything. Your father, where is he? I'll talk to him myself. We'll clear all this up. It's not even a big deal.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Disadvantage still for being
Yeah,
dead inside.
You're poisoned. Yep. He continues to aim the knife at you.
Okay, that one I could reroll. Let me stop you there for a second. Hold on. Flip through everything here real quick. Well, I'll re-roll it this first. God damn it. It's not gonna help myself knowing that it's still at disadvantage, but you know, this. God damn it. It's better though.
It's better. You see that he kind of hesitates for a second, but he goes, "If I take that money, we can leave, and we don't have to see this town ever again. I know
Yeah.
my dad's not going to come back."
Oh, we both have that in common, don't we? Look,
Please, just leave the money here. I won't tell the
This-
guards. I won't say anything. Just let us go.
let you go, man. I'm trying to get out of here, out of your hair. You let me go.
Just put the money down, and you just say you never found it. Just say it was never here.
I don't know what your father told you, kid, okay? I'm sorry that whatever he did, he got you all fucked up in the middle of it. All right? But this money's not his. This money belongs to somebody else. I'm just
I
the
don't
guy who's just here
care.
to get it. All right?
This money was my father's. And
You
I'm
want
not
blood
letting
money?
you leave.
I don't think you
I'm
want this
not-
money.
I'm not letting you leave. until you put that box down.
Come on, man. I really don't want to do anything. I don't want to hurt you.
He gets closer with the knife.
If he gets within like the 5 feet of me, I'm gonna swing the chest at him.
Okay. He sees you kind of start prepping a bit. And you see that he kind of hesitates for a second, thinks, and screams out, "Guards! Guards! There's a thief!"
All right,
As
now you did it.
And it goes out. Evangeline, you hear this? And so are you just gonna throw the box at the kid?
I have a how close is the nearest window from me?
Nearest window from you? Probably about, I would say, 10 feet.
Yeah, I'll risk it. Still
Okay,
holding
what
the
are you trying to
box. I'm gonna jump out the window.
Okay, go ahead and give me an acrobatics check, trying to vault out the window with the box.
With the box, even I'll take the pain for it, even if I fail. That was somehow the better of the rolls that I've had in all of my ability checks.
Not bad, not bad.
I got a
You're
windows
able
is my
to-
specialty.
Yep. You vault out, and you hit the ground. You aren't able to roll, so it does kind of hurt a little bit.
Good thing my body's numb from this poison.
And are you just choosing a direction and running, or what are you doing?
I'm gonna run the direction at least that I remember leaving Evangeline at,
Okay.
so that I can try to meet up with them like that way around
Yep.
the house.
I will also give Evangeline the opportunity. Evangeline, what are you doing? You hear the same voice that you just recently talked to screams out, "Guards!"
Oh gods. He got caught.
You hear
Thought
you hear Ventil
Oh,
just
no.
go, "God damn it!" Oh.
Thought he was professional. Also, that
Great.
kid's really fast.
Probably eager to get it. That's not important right now. He got caught. Oh God. Go after him. Go after your friend. I'm gonna make sure that the kids are okay. At this point, it doesn't matter. Just go.
Okay. Just try to go find Esteban.
Yeah.
I feel like if we meet each other around the house, you're just gonna see me just like death gripped onto the box, and my entire body is like writhing like a noodle because I'm slowly losing cognitive abilities.
What happened to you? Okay.
Can't talk. Gotta run. We gotta go.
If you look behind you, you see the teen is just, guards, he went that way, pointing towards Esteban. Fucking.
I would like to smack him on the back of the head with the lesser restoration, please.
All right, that's valid.
Just bam, smack.
You were supposed to be quick out of there. What happened?
I don't know. The kid came back way sooner than I was expecting. I didn't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that's weird. What happened there? I don't really know. This is so. Ah, shucks.
God, that's crazy.
Wow.
Whoa. Who, me? No, I wouldn't be. No.
God dang, that sucks.
I didn't fuck up at all. Neither of us did. 100% flawless.
Okay, God. Question.
Is up.
Am I good to bounce out here? Because dinner with family.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, I had you at the point where we'll have you at next session.
Okay, cool. Good night, everybody. Love you.
Good night,
Goodbye,
goodbye,
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Good night. Good night. Bye. Love you.
Good night.
Cool. So yeah, you guys just running.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
I will
Okay.
kind of half mutter, are you capable of flying yet?
This is, if we go up, does it hurt?
Not up here.
Okay, but we're still not actually outside, though.
We don't even know where we are. What's the worst thing that happens? I'm losing feeling in half my body. I want to throw up my insides, and I have this stupid fucking thing that weighs 10 goddamn fucking pounds heavier than it should.
Does it
Those
look
are
like the
risky
briefcase from Pulp
flying.
Fiction?
No, it looks like a cumbersome like. It's trying to be subtle box.
Oh god.
It looks like the bottom of a barrel. Like it's designed to look like the bottom of a barrel.
I can only do it for a minute. That's as long as my flight time allows.
To try to fucking fly away.
God.
Which, by the way, it is nighttime. Also disorienting as hell for Evangeline.
I'm like,
The sun has been replaced by a weird glowing white orb. That's not an orb.
Orb.
I don't know what magical. I don't know where I'm going. I can't
Oh, man,
see.
Yeah, Dragonborns are not fucking dark vision.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, I'm the one with the 120 dark vision. Okay, alright,
It's
take a
not like
left.
My night vision goggles would
Yeah.
have helped you.
You just
All my gear's gone.
a bunch of shouting, and you see like very stereotypical fashion. You see a bunch of like torches and shouting.
I will, at this time, do this just so that CK can have the bonuses to that. So you can
Okay.
add the D4 to attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws for 10
Oh.
minutes. Enjoy.
Oh, 10 minutes. God, I hope that's enough to get me the fuck out of here. Wait a second. You've slapped me twice now in the span of like 10 minutes of us meeting up again.
Yeah.
You know, that's big talk coming from
Basically,
someone who
this
can't
is-
fight back, alright? I didn't want to hurt anybody. I'm in pain.
I took some of that pain away. You're fine. Keep
Hey,
running.
where's your buddy? The other one of you with wings.
He's checking on the kids.
What? Checking on the kid? What? What? The kids are the reason why we're running right now.
Well, he wanted to make sure you weren't a fucking masochist.
You know what? That's fine. You know he's Cutter's fucking dog. It's fine. If he's not watching us, then ha ha ha! It doesn't matter where we end up. We just need to go.
Isn't the whole point of this like,
Yeah, about to say, are you trying to flee at least in a roundabout way back to Cutter's place, or are you just picking a direction and leaving and not intending to
Toward
bring it
Cutter,
back to
but
Cutter?
not directly to him just yet.
Yeah, not directly.
But in that general direction.
Making your way.
Thought process above board is if we get close to there and it seems like Cutter actually has eyes and ears waiting, then we'll approach. If not, and they're busy doing something else, there's a possibility we might dip out there. At least try to figure out what's in the box first.
Yeah. So you guys fly for a minute. Evangeline, this is the first time you've really used the flight. It's fucking exhausting.
Yeah. She also doesn't want to go too high because she's still
Yeah.
actively not sure.
You're flying at 29 feet, just.
God damn.
You guys,
Randolph.
yep, start to kind of make your way, back to Cutter's place, like in the general like vicinity, and you, one of you two may roll a d20. This is a once again 1 through 8, bad. Otherwise, good.
Do you want to do the honors, babe?
Fuck it.
Hijinks will ensue.
Sir? Why did it have to be 8? what happened? What happened to the nice, lovely, like 5 you had earlier? What?
Yeah. You go to Cutter's place. There is no one there.
God damn it. No one outside, no one inside?
No one outside. Unless you decide to go inside, you won't know. The lights are off in the tavern.
There's not going to be any kind of way to like
outside.
easily peek in.
Not without being seen. Rogues trying to find other rogues.
God. All right. Flip a coin for being stupid. Hold on.
Why don't we just go inside? Is Evangeline asking, not
Yeah.
aware of the dangers of a rogue.
Yeah, not knowing the dangers of a rogue and not knowing the mental gymnastics that Esteban is going through right now.
She's like reaching for the door.
It's like, are we gonna go inside? Or, hey, Esteban, why are you walking the other direction?
I got a question. Evangeline, do you ever want to know what a lot of money looks like at once? If it could,
No.
even if it wasn't money, okay? Well, let's talk like maybe what something life-changing could be. Wouldn't you want to know what it is?
I'm pretty happy with my life, thanks.
Yeah, but like, are you really happy? You know, you lost people. We all lost people. That's horrible. But what if you could get it all back?
I don't know what I would get back. I've developed relationships with
It's a
the people
hypothetical. It's just, you know, magic works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, well, look, I'm apparently meeting my dad now, and I'm not a fan of it, so... and I don't know if this is...
that's... Wait, that's your dad?
Oops.
When were you going to tell me that?
For my father,
We've been traveling with your dad this entire time? What is he, like a double
I thought that
agent
was pretty
spy?
obvious. I don't know. This is
I don't know. I don't
confusing
meet
for me.
Dragonborns regularly.
This is some weird, fucked up mixture of both our shit. Everyone that was in that tavern was people that have died in Havenlight.
Okay, well, I probably could have lived the rest of my life not knowing that part, but...
Ah, a tavern full of ghosts. Gotcha.
Why'd you put that on me?
What do you
Okay.
mean that I'm not doing anything
All right,
on
you know what? You know what? Because you bring just change the game now. We're just traveling along, like everything's fine with your fucking with old Pappy.
It's not fine. It's weird. I love
Then the
him.
fucking chest is just no longer important. So fine, yeah, we'll do the rest of this your way, and we'll see how far it gets us. Go ahead, knock on the door.
I say, you said do things your way.
Oh, this is confusing for me too. This is your shit. It's shit. Shit's just permanent. It's your shit. What's going on here? Or in here. Or whatever this is.
So you don't know anything about your dad?
It's been 21 years.
And you don't know why. And it's just like really coincidental that he disappeared and now he's wherever the fuck we are, remanifested, being affiliated with one of the most horrible people on this planet.
I think that's really weird because people don't just walk out of the mall.
Well, yeah,
I think it's
that's a
the
good point.
simulation.
Yeah, but this could be correlation, not causation. So, you know.
Hey, but that doesn't explain everyone that's dead that's in the tavern.
Hey, listen,
Was
every
in the
place has got to
tavern.
have a cutter, okay? That's just being realistic.
Yeah, and my dad is dead.
Yeah. Yeah, and
To
if
my
every
knowledge.
place has a cutter, I can tell you exactly how he died.
We didn't have
If he died.
anything
We don't
like
know if
that.
he died, I guess. Is he dead?
Pretty sure.
You have like any proof of that, or probably not? I guess. since he's never come back.
Uh,
But no one else has ever seen him, or that seems kind of weird. Mama's pretty big though,
Raylan
but
and
I guess
people
it's-
of Haven Light, but that's about it. And we don't usually go and conversate with the other layers until recently.
It's weird that you all talk to each other and inhabit and live down there happily in the first place. Freaks me out. Alright. We knock on the door to see if
Okay.
anyone's in the tavern.
You get no response.
Well, hate that. I'd like to stealth before opening the door. Or trying the door at
Okay.
least.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a self check.
I've already forgotten what the pluses of.
+4. Or 1D, or a D4. Plus D4.
Okay, well, seeing as how you didn't have to roll with disadvantage, we'll go off of that very first number. So, definitely pass. I say pass, like there isn't anything to pass, but good stealth roll.
Mm.
Yeah, you're gonna kind of silently, weirdly, really silently, push the door open. The tavern looks completely empty. Doesn't look like it's been like ransacked, but it just looks like there's just nobody here right now. Chairs are all pushed in.
All the ghosts are gone.
All the ghosts are gone.
That makes me feel better.
And there is a note on the table, or on like the bar.
Alright, I'm gonna walk over there and read it. Or at least check it out. In case I can't read it.
Give me a sec.
Sorry, I don't speak that language.
Yeah. It's okay though. I do. That's relative. Esteban moves behind the counter to look
Yep.
behind it.
You see, for a split second, you think that you missed it, but you see a really, really, really small like slip of paper kind of shoved underneath the counter.
Oh god, it's all like folded up and whatnot.
No, actually, if you grab it, it will magically expand to be a normal size.
Yep, that's horrifying. Okay. I
I
don't know if I'm gonna get used to the whole magic thing yet.
And it is a suspicious. So fucking suspicious. My god, that's fucking perfect. Jesus Christ. Oh god, I love that gift so much. But yeah, it is a very simple map. Evangeline, if you try to look at it, you can't see shit.
She can't see anything just because there's no light.
Yeah, there's no light too.
Oh, no.
But Esteban, you recognize this as like a weird ink that like Cutter found and like purchased that is primarily only visible to those who know Thieves' Cant. Otherwise, it just shows up as a normal piece of paper. But it is a map leading to a different location.
Are you just holding a blank piece of paper?
What? No, there's a map on here. I just have to figure out where the hell this other location is.
Yeah. And
there's a
is
map
this a
on
place
there.
that I've been before?
it's hard to tell. It most likely is. You know that Cutter has multiple different meeting locations,
Right.
just in case something like this happens. But you are met with an interesting option. You're already, it looks like, now on Cutter's shit list.
So I really should open this box. Evangeline, you want to help me open this box?
Yeah, but I say you have a couple options now. You can open the box, keep it for yourself. You can keep the box closed and bring it back to the family.
You should take it back to the kids.
Or you can just say fuck it and just leave it there. And just
What if
find
there's
a different place
not
to go.
even money in this?
Or reason to give it back to them.
What if it's like a really stale piece of bread?
And it belongs to them.
I don't think they want that. Although I could beat the
This is
shit out
your
of somebody
family,
with that.
huh? What if this was your family in this kind of situation where some person just came into your house and stole things that you needed to live, huh?
I'd say that's pretty accurate to how it really happened.
Well, then maybe you should make a difference and fix that. And give that back to those kids.
Oh, I did. I tried that way too. Funny thing. Also didn't work out that way.
Well, this
In
time
the
it
real
could
world,
be
sometimes
different.
shit just doesn't work out the way you want it to. But that's just too bad.
Well, you never know until you try. And if you're not going to try, I will take it from you and give it back myself.
Listen. Life is about taking the opportunities that you can get, and so you can survive another day.
I would like to grab the book from this man.
You're gonna try to grab the box?
Yes.
Give me athletic checks, everybody.
Eating the box away. Not like
I would
throwing
like to
it,
break
just
my
out
bond
of
with
their.
him first before I do this.
You're gonna revoke the bond from him? God damn.
And giving myself guidance.
Well then.
God damn.
Who said
Holy
athletic?
power of Bahamut.
Interesting.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, man.
no.
Oh no!
Nah, man, that's really
Oh
unfortunate.
god!
How much does the emboldening bond give you?
It's a D4.
Oh, fucking unfortunate. Tired still from the flight. And just the mental strain also of just being around in a very unfamiliar place. You're trying desperately to wrench this away from Esteban. Esteban, you're able to hold on to it, renewed from being cleansed of poison.
Fuck.
Oh, you gotta be quicker than that. Look, even if we go and we find Cutter and we give this back to him, and we get to leave this stupid hellscape that we're stuck in right now.
I don't want to give this to him. I want to give it back to the kids.
That's not gonna help anybody.
It's gonna help the kids.
And then what? They pick at your bones after they roast you over an open fire?
No, they have food now, actually, and then whatever this could get them.
No, because you're not thinking about the big picture. You fed them for a day. They're gonna want to eat more.
Well, if they got their box backs and whatever's in that box belongs to them, it could probably help them in the long run.
I don't think a stale piece of bread's gonna help them in the long run.
Yeah, there's not
So
a stale
convinced.
piece of bread in there. What is wrong with you?
The amount of mental gymnastics that Esteban has to go through to try to justify crime. He's like, but what if it's a bread? It's probably bread. 100%
It's
bread. That's why I'm
useless,
so-
okay?
that's why I'm
Like,
so defensive of it. Jesus Christ.
I'm a very selfish individual.
Yeah, well,
and
the
I'm
world
sure
is
you're
very
aware
cool.
of that.
Some of us don't get to have supportive daddies that give us anything that we want, and you know that's okay. The rest of us just have to work twice as hard. I'm gonna start heading towards the other, like the second location.
Okay.
I would like to cast Hold Person.
Before you can do something more offensive, go
Yeah.
ahead and give me a wisdom save.
Oh, cool. Gods, please.
Just barely.
Oh my lord.
Esteban, give you a wisdom save.
Oh no. So here's the thing. I have advantage, but it doesn't never mean nothing. Yep.
The thing is that your advantage would be so much better if you had any pluses.
Yeah, I really would. God, wouldn't it?
Esteban, you are fucking like just immediately paralyzed.
Fucking damn it. I just mid-step and just
As
my
you just
body just
see-
hot dogs and I fall
Yep.
forward.
Yep, as you just see this like these faint like spectral chains binding you to the ground.
I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm just gonna glare at her.
I'm sorry,
Really?
but I'm not gonna let you do something awful.
Well, yeah, we're just gonna condemn us for the rest of our lives. That's a way better plan. He says, spoken from a sausage form on the ground.
Well, enjoy your little pile there. I would like
Are
to
you just
grab
gonna
the
leave
box.
me here? What are you, crazy?
Eventually,
There's guards still coming looking for us. What do you mean?
it's only a minute, so that gives me a minute head start.
Oh my god.
And that is where we'll pause on you guys.
What did I do in this lifetime?
And we will finish off with Digit and Varaxis. It's pretty quick.
What are you talking about? We're dead.
You're dead. We got to get you. We got to get you to the point where you're able to start chasing after that. So you're on the skeletal drake as it kind of bolts off. First off, away from Tiamat. Things kind of calm down for a bit, as much as the primal fear is racing through your guys' bodies. Upon seeing an ultimate evil, like, and eventually, after you kind of wait for probably way too much time, but your hearts kind of start to slow, start to kind of regain your composure, and the Drake begins leading you guys towards where Tiamat would reside, where this portal would be. You guys are welcome to get off the Drake and say absolutely fucking not. But until you decide to do that, you are riding this Drake all the way to the next location.
No, we're told the only way out is
Yeah, no, we're sticking to it.
Okay. So you guys takes a bit because you guys ran pretty fucking far. And you could tell you're getting closer and closer to Tiamat because the Drake is getting slower and slower, and pieces of bone are starting to like fall off of it and turn into dust. Eventually the Drake completely disintegrates. But Varaxis, you know that this probably won't be the last time you see this, like, little Drake companion. But you guys continue following like the direction that the Drake was going. And eventually you come across a a massive open area. There is not a single rock, tree, brush, nothing to hide behind the moment you step into this area. Once you decide to step into this area. But it is a massive, like, 200 plus feet by like 200 plus feet, just crater. And you see Tiamat in the center of it. Just kind of looking around. And you see that she does have the egg near her. And you see directly in front of her, like 10 feet max in front of her, is a faint glowing blue portal. There is no cover. There is no hiding. There is you, Tiamat, in the portal. And that's where we'll end our session.
Fuck.
Yep, and that's where we're going to leave off. Everybody is approaching it. Evangeline and Esteban still have some stuff to do. But Dirt is nearing the end of his trial, and Digit and Varaxis, you see the end in sight. Whether or not that is the end of you, or if that is the end of the trial, that is to be determined next session.
Sorry. You should know these two weren't gonna work well on a group project.
I absolutely knew that you two weren't going to work well on a group project. Why do you think I put you two together? It wasn't a random roll. I planned this.
Are you having fun? Is this the drama you wanted?
I'm having a fucking blast.
The morally sound character and then the morally gray character.
Yeah.
One of us is getting in trouble. It's just a matter of which one. So far, it's me.
I was finally
I'm
able to
getting in
use
trouble.
fucking a language from Polyglot and actually use it for something.
Yeah, right. That's. I have yet to see anyone really use it for the intended purpose,
Yeah.
including myself. It would have helped the Anu one when they went to raid the hideout, because there was a note, and it was in Thieves' Cant as well.
Oh shit. But yeah, that is the end of this session. Next week is very tentative because I'm driving back that day.
Oh god.
So
Right.
I don't know how much my brain is going to be around after driving about 9.5 hours.
I respect that.
We will see. There is a possibility we may not have session next week, just because I would kind of like to create a couple of the areas for your guys' final locations. But you should see the end of your guys' trials next session. And then, yeah, what happens afterwards is to be determined.
Neat.
But otherwise, that's all I got.
I'm having a good time. Even if Esteban's not.
Even if Esteban's having a bad time.
Very, very bad time.
Esteban's no good, very bad time.
Exactly.
Stop getting in legal troubles.
Yep, we got Esteban and Evangeline are fighting legal gods. Digit and Varaxis are fighting, or not fighting, but dealing with an actual god. Dirt is fighting with his soul.
Dirt is fighting with dirt.
Dirt is fighting dirt. Or Dirt is
I don't
fighting
even know
bots.
what. I don't even know what legal troubles are. Did I get right into this?
What is legal?
What is legal?
That's a great question. Next time on Game Grumps.
Next time.